What's up? So, we got DJ Spin and we got Marcus. All righty. Well, let me start the show out. And it looks like, is anybody really in here? Or is it just you came and left? That's what it looks like. So, let's start this show because I ain't finished raging. I don't know if you watched my show this morning. But I ain't done raging. So let me start out the show by saying I got a way to solve all the problems. What we got to do is we got to arrest every single congressman, every single senator, go into the Pentagon, drag them out, drag the cabinet out, get Poppy Poop Pants out, get them all. They're all guilty. You understand? All of them. They're all guilty till they can prove they're innocent. They're all traitors. That's what we got to do. Now, let's get back to where we were today. So we were talking about a lot of different things. And I guess I let a lot of that rage out this morning. I got to make some cigarettes because I can't afford to buy cigarettes. They're like $12 fucking a pack. So I got to make my own with a machine here. I got this little machine. I make my cigarettes. Then you got to pack them and tap them and do all kinds of shit. Pain in the ass, but only costs you about $2, $3 a pack. Better than paying $12. But don't worry about it. You'll be paying $10 a pound for chop meat soon. Don't say I didn't tell you so. You'll say, hey, that Pops was right. I told you you'll all be paying like $7 a gallon for gas soon. You're almost there, right? And by next year, it'll probably be $10. And if you hear a tapping noise, that's me packing my cigarettes. I don't want you to think I'm chopping up some bumps over here, doing some drugs, even though I could use some. But anyway, anybody got any questions? Drain the swamp? Yeah, let's drain. They're all guilty, all of them. The Republicans are just as guilty. Don't let these Republicans fool you. Don't let them fool you. They're guilty. They're liars. They're acting like they're doing something. They're acting. What are they doing? They got enough power to stop some of this shit. I don't see them putting a bill out that America should start drilling for their own oil again because we're getting crucified here with our food prices. Yeah, they'll go up there and they'll do a speech to Republicans. Oh, the food prices are out of control. And, you know, we got to stop this. Well, assholes, you can stop it. Put a bill in there that says we're going to open up the pipeline and we're going to loosen the regulations and we're going to start drilling our own oil. That's what you got to do. Anyway, I only say Trump because he was more entertaining and enthusiastic. Yeah, at least they were kissing you before they stuck it in you, right? I guess that's the way to go with it. I mean, Trump at least did try to do something. He actually did a lot. Everything Trump said he was going to do, he did it, right? We were paying, I think that was a tease, though. I think they put Trump in there on purpose to show us this is what life could have been, but you Americans fucked it up so bad, we're taking it away because you let all these demons into politics. Because let's face reality, we let these demons in. We should have been complaining about these assholes 20 years ago. But we didn't. We just went along with our nice little house in the prairie lives. Go to work, come home, watch a little Netflix. You know, take the wife in the bed, bang her out. You know, that's it. Play little house in the prairie with our family. And then wake up and go to the slave camp again. Go to work, get abused by your boss. You know, work 4 jobs in one job, you know. You work one job now, they got 3 other jobs with it that come along with it. Like, oh, do you know, you sell cars. You work for a car dealership, but did you know you have to wash the windows every Friday? And on Thursday, you got to clean the bathrooms. And on Wednesday, you got to check all the air and all the tires of the cars. And on Tuesday, you got to, clean the inside of the showroom. And on Monday, you got to clean all the cars. So you fucking wash cars, clean bathrooms. What else do you want me to do? That's what a fuck America is. Multitask slavery. Now you got to do 4 jobs to have 1 job. I used to laugh. I used to watch a show, Living Color. And on the show in Living Color, the pilot was the guy that checked you in the airport. He was the stewardess. He was the pilot when you landed. He was the person that greeted you. He was the limo driver. Well, kind of that's what they're fucking doing to us now. And we're all assholes. They've gotten more productivity out of people now than ever in the history of mankind. Ever. You work as hard at work as maybe 2 people to begin with. Okay? They got you multitasking 3 other side jobs plus your fucking job. So here's what I got to say to corporate America. Go fuck yourself. I'll work for myself. That's what I got to say to corporate America. You can all go with your lollipop jobs, go to work, pay your bills, because pretty soon you'll own nothing and you'll fucking be happy anyway. Because it seems you're happy living in Satan's playground right now. Not you people on my show, but just in general. These Americans that are letting them get away with this shit. But are we really letting them get away with this shit? Probably not. They're telling us that nothing's happening. I don't know. Who got an answer for that question? What's really happening? I watched a show yesterday. Okay? This guy, what's his name? Dr. Charlie Ward, bald guy from England. And he's on the show with this other conspiracy guy. And listen, I'm open to any conspiracy. So they're saying, these 2 guys are saying, don't worry, the war in Ukraine ain't real. As far as a war, Putin's in there getting rid of all the labs and he's fighting the deep state. And that's what this is all about. Nobody's dying. Look, I don't know what's going on over there. You can't believe the news. They're definitely exaggerating shit. But something is going on. People are getting killed. How many? We don't know. They're lying about everything. That's the problem. We don't know. They show us pictures of the war, and they're fake. You can see they're all Photoshop bullshit. Let's see what's going on right now. Let's see what we got that we can look at. We can examine. Because, this morning, I was talking about the news. Let's see what the new news is. All right? We're going to see what the new news is. So this lady here supposedly is letting pedophiles out of jail. And they're going to make a Supreme Court nominee. I don't know if it's true. Footage of Prince as an 11-year-old is unearthed by Minnesota news station. Who gives a shit? How about that? Who gives a shit about Prince at 11 years old? He ain't here no more. What do I give a shit? Cardi B wins order forcing YouTuber Tasha K to delete videos and never repost. Woohoo! So this guy, Prince Harry, got slammed for missing Prince Philip's memorial. Maybe he didn't want to go. Maybe he don't worship Satan like the rest of them. I don't know. Something's wrong with that picture. Oh, here we go. They want to get us in. They want to get us in the war. We have to bring as much military capability to Ukraine as possible, says former NATO ambassador. Well, really, says former satanic NATO ambassador, right? So they want to get us in the war because Satan's playground in Ukraine, where they were funneling all the money and doing all kinds of shit in those labs, that's not talked about. They just want to get us all in. And we got where the rabbit hole ends in the house. and it's Pop Snap edition. I just figured I wasn't fucking done raging. I'm going to give you an example. So, I went to ShopRite after I was raging out. I had to go buy food. So, a miracle happened. I seen like a London broil on sale. Okay, wait a minute. Let me put myself in there. Can you guys hear me? All right, you can hear me. So, I seen London broil on sale. Angus London broil, $5.49 a pound. I said, shit, I better buy a few. I bought like 4 pounds, 2 packages. Then they had ice cream on sale. I bought like 4 half gallons of ice cream at $2.50 a half gallon. Can't beat that. Breyer's ice cream, all natural. Only certain flavors are natural, by the way. You got to look at the thing. Vanilla, chocolate, and strawberry are natural. The rest of the shit, they don't even call ice cream. They call it frozen dessert. So, I buy that. I get up to the counter. The bill is supposed to be, between the ice cream and the meat, it's supposed to be about $35. And I had another order, but I put the sale items in the front because you know how they cheat you with the computer. The bill comes, it's $51. I tell the cashier, you're wrong. Get the manager. What do you mean I'm wrong, she says. I said, you're wrong. Get the manager. I'm not going to argue with you. Your computer's wrong. So they get the manager. Nice girl. She comes over. I show her everything. They figure it out. The bill went down from $51 to $34. See? This is what they do in this country. They stick it in your ass everywhere you go. It doesn't matter. And we got Real Talk with Mimsy Limsy. That's right, I'm on a rage mode. Anyway, so the bill went from $51 to $34. So I looked at the cashier. She felt like an asshole. And I said, I told you. That's what these people do out there. Everything you do now, you go to a store, you buy shit, you get the receipt, you go home, you look at it, you see you got ripped off, you put the receipt down. I'm telling you, they got fucking ink that disappears in a day. I went to Walmart the next day. I couldn't read the receipt anymore. The ink disappeared. This is what these bastards do. They even put ink on there that dissolves itself. Everything is a lie and a con. It's all con. Everybody's a fucking con artist now. All right? So, let's see what other news, breaking news I can pull up out of the mist that's going to annoy the shit out of me. Because everything seems to be annoying me today. We got fake presidents. We got real presidents. Wannabe presidents. Rage against the machine. That's right. We are going to rage against the machine soon. Texas constable arming deputies with rifles amid violence uptick. Cities fail policies of justice system. All right. See, even Texas is in turmoil right now. It's because they got a shitty governor. They think their governor is good, but he ain't doing shit. He's another actor. Only one who got a real governor is DeSantis in Florida. That's it. The rest of them are clowns. Let's see what else we got. Any new news? Any breaking news? Here he is. The president of Ukraine. They're claiming this guy's got a couple of $1 billion hidden somewhere. They found he's got like a $40 million house in Miami under his company name and shit. So this guy's already living the life large, right? He don't even, it's all bullshit. They hired him. He's a professional actor. That's who they hire now, is politicians. The ones we got in there, they're professional actors too. Anybody out there? Rage against the machine. All right, that's it. Primal Man. Beast. Primal Man in the house. So, let's go fucking crazy. That's all. That's my new motto. Yeah, they want to make him the, everybody, he's the bad guy. Russia's the bad guy. Did you see? I don't know if any of you seen. They got videos on footage. In Russia, they're putting fucking, like the tags they put on expensive shit in stores, like, A leather jacket so you can't walk out with it. What do they call those? The things that shoot ink at. You're putting those shit on tuna fish cans now. Security tags on food. This is what they're trying to show us, in Russia. They're putting security tags on the food because people are stealing the food. You'll be doing that in America soon. You'll have to go into a store you'll have to be armed because when you leave the store, you're gonna have to protect your groceries. Because let's face reality. What's more valuable? A 32-ounce water or $100 bill when you ain't got no water? Huh? So this is what we're going to be dealing with. Not yet. It ain't here yet. You can sit home for a couple of more years and watch your Netflix. As soon as they flip that fucking switch and you have no power going into your house, you're going to learn. You're going to go, that Pops was right. And I won't even be able to come online and rage at him. So that's where we're at. Let's see what else we got. Who gives a shit about sports? Then they want to show you, here's Putin's mansion they're trying to tell you. He denies that this is his. I believe it is, though. But that's beside, it's a $1.3 billion mansion. Look, I ain't saying that guy ain't definitely corrupted, that's for sure. I mean, I would like to have that bathroom, wouldn't you? I could fall asleep in that tub. Shit, I could do a lot of things in that tub. You could do one of those cocaine orgy parties they're doing in Congress right now. You could have a cocaine orgy party in there. You got a nice big sink over here. You can line up the lines. You could have the girls swinging from poles. You could do all kinds of shit in this thing. I would have a cocaine orgy party. Yeah, look at that. I wonder who that's swimming, though. They ain't showing him. Yeah, you got to look. What the hell is this? He's got slot machines in this thing and video games. Got all kinds of shit. I guess that's for when he brings all the women over the house, Can keep them entertained. Look at this. They got the dance game. I used to have a play. Oh, they got a roulette wheel. This is like paradise shit. This is like Disneyland for adults. I mean, come on. Look at this shit. So you go take a nice bath in your Roman villa. Then you go take a swim. You come out. Get dressed up, go play some games, video games, slot machines. Then you go burn off some calories. Then you go play roulette, some poker over here. What else they got? Anything else? Hey, he's got tennis courts in the back. Who else knows what the hell this guy's got in there? There we go, the devil worshiper. So really, who buys this fucking guy's records? This guy shouldn't be worth more than $10,000. This guy's worth millions. Who's buying his records? You don't even buy records anymore. They're free. Who the fuck is buying this guy's records? Come on now. Look at him. Look at him. Pooh, I want to spit in his face. Look at him. Look at him. Yeah, I like to knock some of his teeth in. That's what I like to do. Look at him. Why don't you just wear... No, look at him. He's got strings wrapped around him. I don't know. This is crazy shit. Look at this guy, this freak. Look. Look at this. Who's buying this guy's records? Please. Nobody's buying this guy's shit. What was that? Oh, Rainbow Butterfly. This guy lap danced Satan. That's what he was doing. Look at him. Look at this. Who's buying this guy's records? They got to pay people. What is this? Tiny houses? You'll be living in these soon. Don't worry. This is going to be your bathroom, your washing machine, your dryer. You'll be living in a little tiny house. That's what they want to give you next. Of course they're manipulated. We know this. And I appreciate that, DJ Spin. If anybody would know, it would be you, right? All right, Polarian. Nice to have you here. So here's your little home you're going to have soon. I don't know. What else? Yeah. Well, I guess you're going to have to stick your laundry. I don't know what they're showing us here. I thought the small laundry room storage. I don't know. Who gives a shit about this shit anyway? All right. Let's look at this shit. Celebrities in airports. What is she doing? Well, look at those shoes. I don't even know who that is. I don't even pay. It looks like I don't know who that is. Is that Dua Lipa? Whatever the fuck her name is. Another satanic worshiper. Yeah, that's who it is. Look at her. Look at your nose. You better make a lot of money to fix that ugly nose. Here we go. I don't know. You know what? I got better shit to do than look at this shit. Anyway, let's go look at some more news. What we got? Let's see what else we got on. Let's see. NBA 2K. Who gives a shit? PlayStation, all of them. All right, this is old news from this morning. Let's look what else we got. Let's see what CNN got. Chinese News Network. Ukraine's dilemma. How to negotiate with someone who could be a war criminal. How about we put every fucking journalist in jail because they're really the war criminals? Let's face reality. The real war criminals are the media and the government. You know, Congress and Senate, they all got to go to jail, like I said before. They're all guilty until they can prove themselves innocent. Fuck this innocent till proven guilty. You're all guilty. All right? So all these journalists that think they're just doing their job, just like the police, are going to start to go crazy on us. Not all cops. There's a lot of good cops out there. But there are going to be some cops that are going to come out there and start beating people over the head and doing all kinds of crazy shit when the shit hits the fan. And they're going to say, we were doing our job, just like the soldiers said in Germany during World War II. Grammy Awards, all the highlights. Ooh, let's look at this, all the highlights. So even at the Grammys, we're dealing with Ukraine. Again, Ukraine. This is what we got to deal with.
Our musicians wear.
This guy's talking about musicians. Our musicians wear body armor, he says. I don't know. He's saying his musicians wear body armor. This is what we got to deal with. Well, what about your $30 million house in Florida? Hey, who they pledging to? Are they pledging to Satan? Whose house is that? It looks like a haunted mansion. John Legend, another one, another winner. So what is this? Does anybody know what this is going on here? This house here looks like a haunted house. She's pledging. What's going on? Who are they pledging? To Ukraine? What are they doing? I don't know, man. It's some crazy shit going on every day. The winners. Look at this. Look at this. This is what it's all about. You're going to look like a sick bastard. That's how you make money now. Look at this. Look at this guy. Really? What kind of hat is that? I mean, I don't know. Is this real? Is this life real? Here's CNN. For Trump, the party's over. What fucking party? It hasn't even begun yet. When yous are all in jail, that's when the party begins, when all these crooked politicians are in jail and all these journalists are in jail. Because all the journalists, I don't give a shit. You work for one of these stations, you got to go to jail. I don't want to hear you feeding your family. Don't want to hear it. You're a traitor. You lied. You're writing false news. That's real bad. That's the same shit as committing a crime. You know, you're changing people's thoughts, how they got to react. So, yeah, what is this? Texans there. They're arming their deputies here because they're uptick. Of course there's going to be an uptick in violence. Nobody got money. You're going to have to start robbing people. So that's what we got to do. We had someone, DJ, exposing a lot, but it don't matter because even when he exposed it, nothing happens. You must understand, nothing happens. We exposed it. Nothing happened. They just made believe it didn't happen. What do you mean? It happened? No, what happened? There's no evidence of Hunter Biden with a laptop. It's all Russian collusion. For 2 years, we heard that shit. Now, all of a sudden, His laptop came into play. What happened? What happened? I told everybody what happened. President Poopy Pants, probably they either want to get rid of him, his time has come, or he disobeyed an order. And this is what they did. They brought his son in. He may even resign and say, due to the stuff with my son, I don't feel it's right. I'm the president, look like a good guy and leave. Or he's fighting the system. They don't want, he didn't want to obey an order, so they're trying to ruin him now. Or this was always the plan, but guess what? You're going to go from one demon to the next demon. The next demon is even, I don't know, she acted real smart before she became vice president. Then all of a sudden she became dumb, and all she does is laugh with a big giant fucking Bugs Bunny teeth. Kamala there, who filed down her Adam's apple, probably was a man at one time in her life, but that's another story for another day. Do you ever look at her neck? It's the most sickest thing, man. Look at Kamala's neck, man. That shit looks like this, like that skin, and she's got a lizard underneath it or something. I don't know what's wrong with that woman. All I know is something spooky about her. She reminds me of she just reminds me of a witch. Like, if they ever made The Wizard of Oz Part 2, she could play the witch. 100%. Anybody disagree with that? Because I know that lady could play a witch, man. Oh, this looks like a pretty cool topic. Let's check this out. This is strange foods that people used to eat. It's pretty cool because the first item already has got me intrigued. So we got Heinz mock turtle soup. All right. Ready to serve. So they had turtle soup back in the day. Imagine that. I don't know. Cockatrice was an English delicacy in the Middle Ages that is of a Frankenstein monster. The front half of a pig, and it's sewn to the back half of a turkey. So I guess they took a pig, killed the turkey, and they served that, made half a pig, half a turkey. Black iguana eggs. Who wants to get some black iguana eggs? Yum, yum. Mice. Well, in ancient Rome, it even says it. They used to eat mice. There's a TV series, Rome. They actually show you the guy. It's fake, probably. It looks real, though. He gets a mice, and he had it stewed in tomatoes, and he just drops the whole mouse and eats it, and then, pulls it out with the bones. Sick shit. They cooked it up with honey and poppy. I bet you they tasted pretty good. You'll be eating mice soon, maybe. Who knows? We'll be on hunts, man. There won't be no rats in New York either. They're good eating. Torpedo fuel. All right, so it was a mix of lemon, pineapple juice, and 180% proof liquor, 90% alcohol. That must have been torpedo fuel. That's how they, I guess, instead of dropping a pill in their drink, they used to give them a little sip of that, and the girl would not know what to do. Calf's foot jelly. It was made by boiling calf's hooves. Oh, that sounds scrumptious. Jelly salads. Well, I remember jelly salads all the time. Jello salads, anyway. Beaver tails. Who wants to get some scrumptious beaver tails? Yum, yum. Delicious. Don't worry, we'll be hunting them down too soon. Whale poop. Oh, wait, I got to water. Whales tend to ingest a variety of sea creatures like squid and otter. These materials are compassed in the intestines and later ejected either end of the whale. Believe it or not, this substance used to be a delicacy. So you eat whale shit. It used to be a delicacy. What the fuck is this? A waxy excretion of ambergris is extremely rare. I don't know. Found floating in tropical oceans. Looks like a pile of ocean shit. That's what it looks like to me. I don't know. That looks like almost a turkey. But this is a bird. They used to eat this. Wait a minute. Blood broth? They're still drinking that shit. They just changed their name to adrenochrome. All right, the Spartans used to drink this shit. It was made of pig's blood, salt, and vinegar. Well, now they're drinking it out of baby's blood. You know, it's called Congress and Senate blood. Mushroom ketchup. The original ketchup created in the 18th century was not processed tomato sauce. We know today it was originally inspired by a pickled fish sauce. English settlers observed the locals using. They adapted it to English palate by adding mushrooms and shallots. Who gives a shit about that one? Frog milk. How the hell do you get milk out of a frog? They do this shit in Russia. They will put frogs in their milk. Oh, they will put them in their milk and help them. So they'll put frogs in the milk, put them in the blender, and chop them up. Yum, yum, yum. Turtle soup. We were talking about that before. I bet you that shit tastes good, man. Turtle soup. Fake bananas. Well, they do that in North Korea. They show you like these. They ever show you pictures in North Korea? They got like all these food stores with all fake food on the shelves to make it look like, they're not starving their people to death. And what else we got? Saddle cured meat. It was tricky to use up fresh meat quickly enough to avoid decay. The Huns used to place raw meat underneath their saddles and would ride around on them until the heat and the salt from the horse's skin turned it into jerky. Imagine that shit. Ham is a dreadful dish. Savory jelly made with boiling meat bones. Herbs ham. Sounds delicious. All right, so strange salads. Beef gelatin. Num yum yum. A toast sandwich. Yep, we'll be eating fucking toast sandwiches soon. Don't worry about it. Get ready for your toast sandwich, people. Put 2 slices of bread and put a piece of toast in the middle. They soak the middle piece, I guess, in water. Onion nuggets. Them look good. I'll deal with that. 1970s, McDonald's had onion nuggets. Peacocks. Yeah, we'll be eating them too. Don't worry. Lemonade milk. Oh, that shit must be delicious. In the U.S., children used to drink a mixture of lemonade and milk. I don't know, man. You will have to put a lot of sugar in that shit. Coca-Cola milk. I never tried it, but who knows? Maybe it tastes good. So, anybody got anything? Come on, people. Small plane crashes in front of a New Jersey house. Look at this shit. I mean, I live in Jersey now. I should go find out where that is. It's right near my house, too. Not too far. Maybe 10 miles away. I could go check this shit out, but it's already gone. Somebody crashed a small plane. What are they trying to? They're trying to beat the traffic, probably, the rush hour. All the woman that Tom Cruise loved and lost over the years. Really? Like, we really should give a shit about this, but let's see who he's lost. Little House here. Actor Curtis Armstrong. I don't know who the hell it is. I heard Tom Cruise's shit don't even work. That's why the woman leave him. He's got this erectile dysfunction. That's what I've heard. What do you go with Cher too? Patty Schiaffa. I don't know who these guys. Let me tell you, I'm Tom Cruise. You ain't gonna see me with that ugly thing. Look at her. Shit, that shit would scare me out of the room. Not for anything, but I watched all the girls Tom Cruise dated. I mean, like, I don't know, 95% of them are ugly. I mean, he did go out with Penelope. She's hot. Penelope Cruz. That's probably the best looking girl he ever went with. The rest of them, I don't know, man. Scary shit. Katie Holmes. Look at this. Look how ugly. Like, they look like his mother, half these girls. What was that? That was, oh yeah, she's all right. Look at him. He's a midget, too. He's like 5'7". Tom Cruise, another Satan worshiper. They're all Satan worshipers. The Twin Towers were destroyed to hide documents. Yeah, and they robbed Building 7. They robbed all that gold. I don't know if people know about that shit. Ton of gold in Building 7 and all kinds of there were all kinds of bonds and shit that disappeared out of Building 7. What do you think that building went down for? These famous people got rich slowly. Let's see who that is. Kentucky Fried Chicken. Well, now it's called KFC because they can't call it chicken anymore. I don't know if you people know. They grow chicken without feathers. They don't even know what it is anymore. I think it's called mystery meat. This guy, who cares about these people? I don't know. I don't care about these people. I just wanted to say, I just like KFC, the Kentucky Fried Chicken dude. Colonel Sanders. This is all bullshit. 50 photos of life in the early 1900s. Let's look. Yeah. I guess they got some fresh fruit there, huh? 1848. Steamboat on the Cincinnati waterfront. A slave market in Atlanta. Could you imagine they had slave markets? It's insanity. But wait a minute. How could they have a slave market in Atlanta in 1850? Oh, it's just seen in the pre-Civil War days. Yep. 1852, I guess. Yeah. Cottages on the Hudson River. America's first oil field. In PA. Look at that. See, we don't need nobody's oil. 1860, slaves carrying cotton. 1861, Capitol Dome under construction. A Washington, D.C. hospital ward. What else we got? Field workers in South Carolina. 1862, former slaves in Virginia. The crew of the USS Monitor. That's a submarine, I guess. Shipyard in New York. Military railroad ties to Alexandria. It's all bullshit. Let's keep going. I don't know. Who cares about that? Cattle grazing in Washington, D.C. I guess they used to have cattle in Washington. Now, instead of cattle, you got demons. Look at New York City in 1865. And this is all bulls. Let's see who that is. All bulls. And here you go. That's Mark.
What's up? How you doing? How you doing?
What's going on?
This is all bullshit. All the freaking Illuminati. All those guys are a bunch of fake virtue signaling celebrities. They're all pandering to Satan. They're all worshiping Satan.
Yep.
How you doing? Right. How you been?
Doing good. I just woke up this morning. I don't know if you've seen my first show. I thought that was like me at my best. If you want to laugh, you got to watch the show I did this morning.
I missed it, but I heard about it.
Yo, I just woke up and I was like, I woke up thinking I was going to be happy, and then I just turned on the computer and it was all over, and I just raged out.
What'd you see? What'd you see on the computer?
All kinds of shit. What was going on with the thing that ticked me off? What was going on with the kid, the congressman, the kid in the wheelchair, Cawthorn or whatever his name is? What's his name? Hold on. Cawthorn. Hold on.
Was he spewing a message?
No, I like this kid. This kid happens to be one of the few guys that's actually this kid here. I'll show you. This kid here. So this kid told them that they're having cocaine orgies in Washington. He came out and spilt the beans on him, and he says, I was invited to one of them. He didn't go, I guess, because I mean, what's he going to do in an orgy? The poor guy's in a wheelchair, right? Unless it still works. I don't know. But anyway, he said they invited him to one of these cocaine orgies. He says they have them all the time in D.C. They're all those politicians. They're probably all doing all kinds of crazy drugs and hookers. Who knows what they're doing? So anyway.
A lot of pentagrams.
Yeah. And this guy, what the hell's his name? One of the senators got up there and he started bad-mouthing him, saying, "Oh, he's a liar. Who is it? Prove it," and all this shit. And this is a Republican senator that tries to act like he's a decent guy. Loudy or some shit.
Oh, he went up on there?
Yeah, he went up against this kid, and he's saying he's full of shit and bring me the receipts and all this shit. And I'm like, I know this kid ain't lying. This kid gets up there and he starts talking about in Congress the New World Order bullshit, what they're trying to do and all that. And he talks about it, but, they're ignoring him. They just, yeah. And he talks for 10 minutes. He goes into a rage, but nothing gets done, of course. But they want to try to shit can this kid because he's spilling all the truths on Congress.
It sounds like that Republican was trying to play that psycho reverse game of prove it, because you have no proof. And then trying to basically falsify what the kid is saying by saying, hey, you have no proof, so I know what that Republican was doing. He was trying to basically destroy the kid's actual truth by just saying, oh, we're going to play the logical reverse psychology game.
And this kid is a patriot. There's no in between. Every time you see this kid, he's got a flag in back of him. I mean, this kid is the real deal. If he ran for president, I'd vote for him. But, that's what pissed me off this morning. When I seen them bad-mouthing this kid, then they're putting, they're putting memes out now about him. Like they're showing shit like this. Look. But that's Photoshop.
Wow.
See, so they're trying their best
to destroy his character.
Yeah, but they can't destroy this kid's character because he speaks the truth, man. He don't bullshit. He's got nothing to hide, And you know what's funny? If the kid was lying, why are all these other celebrities that used to be in the circles or denied those circles coming out and saying the same thing as that kid is saying, Yep. But that's what pissed me off this morning. And after you're done with this, go on my show, the one that says it's all bullshit, and you listen to that, and you'll probably piss your pants. I laughed when I played it back. I couldn't even believe those words were coming out of my mouth.
Yeah, it's like a 2-hour stream, right?
Myself, and I was laughing at myself. I was like, "Wow, I was in rare form."
I got to see you, man. It's like Super Saiyan. No, you're going Super Saiyan.
I was in a fucking super rage. I'm in half a rage now.
I wanted to get your questions, or I wanted to get your opinion on the.
Have you been seeing roaches?
No, hold on. Give me a minute, Pop.
Sure. Listen, the Twin Towers. We could talk about this shit all day. Watch a show called Loose Change, and you'll wake up. Yep.
Yeah, no, I was just gonna ask you on the whole Will Smith thing. What do you think? What do you think about that?
I think that was definitely planned. You could see Chris Rock lean into it, like when somebody's gonna hit you and tuck his chin in. He kind of leaned into it, seeing it coming. What guy sticks his chin out to get that? Like, you would at least get out of the way, right? If somebody was going to slap you, you could. Will Smith didn't do like a super fast slap. Like, he got up there. If I seen somebody slapping me, I wouldn't lean into it. And he hit him with 2 fingers. They actually show you, like when they slowed it down, he slapped him with 2 fingers, not the whole hand.
Yeah, but
and he stumped his foot when he went down, so I don't know. I believe it was staged, and I don't know why it was staged, but it was, to me, it was staged 100%.
I don't know. I'm like 50-50 on it. I'm like 50-50 if it was staged or not.
Did you look at the video? You got to look at the before he went up there and slapped him. He was laughing. And then all of a sudden he got up and went and slapped him. Like, you can't be laughing at something and then get up and be mad. He should have been mad from the beginning, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But even let's say it wasn't staged, right? Let's just say it wasn't. Let's play devil's advocate. What would be the reason for Will Smith getting up there? Is he on too much steroids and he's losing his mind? Like, what is it?
Well, if you knew like the history on the relationship and what's been going on behind the scenes for years,
Yeah.
Jada has, Jada, like she's been crippling the man's insides more and more. He's also been allowing it. So there's blame on both ends from that relationship, from that department, so it could build up. So like
Well,
they supposedly like they agreed on having an open relationship years ago. Like I'm talking like maybe like 15 years ago or something, or 20. But then you have the issue with, the whole table talk, the open panel podcast where she's sitting down talking about her secrets and opening up the closet and stuff like,
and she's
hey,
talking about how she's still in love with that rapper there.
that's supposed to be the friend of the son. That was a childhood friend of the son growing up.
No,
That's that guy.
the
Yeah,
rapper.
August. Oh no, not Tupac. I'm talking about the other one. Yeah, but Tupac. But the thing about Tupac is it was before Jada and Will Smith got with each other or even started dating. And it just so happens that while Will Smith and Jada were dating, Tupac had these songs written for her, and then he had letters with her that was like proof, like archived letters
Well,
that
I don't
she.
know why people are in love with. I don't even think she's good looking, but that's my opinion.
Yeah, she don't know. She was good looking. I thought when she was younger, not anymore. Not for like the last. And that's just my opinion as well. But it was unfortunate. She ended up having an affair with the son's friend, which if anybody knew who August was a childhood friend of the son, and he would be up in that house growing up with them. Will Smith had his ex-wife in the house cooking for them because she wouldn't cook.
Well, I don't get two things. First of all, even when she was young, she was okay. She was decent looking, but Will Smith had always did a lot better. But Will Smith's
Yep.
a wuss
Yep.
because I'm Will Smith. You think I can't go out there and be? He could be going out with whoever he wants. He could be
Yep.
going hanging out with 20-year-olds.
Yep.
He don't need her.
Yep.
He can
And I'll
pick
get.
the hottest girl on the planet and probably make a move and get her.
Yep. And here's the thing too, right?
What's
And here's the
wrong with
thing.
that guy? With all his money, he needs her.
Well, here's the thing, though. Here's the
Said that.
thing. Supposedly he liked her so much, but he even admitted it. He couldn't stand how jealous he was of how much of who Tupac was and what I guess what Tupac meant to his wife, and his wife loved Tupac as well.
I
You
know, but
know
Marcus, in reality, though, in all seriousness, is it really that important anyway?
about what?
Will Smith and his girl? Who gives a shit? Who cares if he whacked? I wish he would have knocked Chris Rock out because I don't like him either. But that's beside the point. Chris
Well,
Rock's
yeah,
another satanic devil worshiper. But that's
yeah, of course. Like either way, I don't really care about Chris Rock. I just the principle of the matter.
I
But
just wanted to figure out what do you think really was behind that.
yeah, because on the other hand, I'll go back to your point that that Oscars was the second lowest rating of the Oscars because nobody was really watching it. That's the second lowest rated historical out of all the Oscars. It was like the second lowest it's been on broadcast television. The second lowest ratings. Now after the slap, and this was before the slap. Now after the slap next year, imagine people that are going to tune in to watch the Oscars again because that slap happened at the Oscars. Maybe not. And then Will Smith resigning from the Academy Award is basically like you invited me to a birthday party or like a barbecue and me saying, hey, I'm no longer going to go to your barbecue parties or birthday parties anymore.
Well, he resigned from the Academy's thing. He didn't give back his award though.
No, of course not. But, for me, it's like at least suspend him. But the reason why he did that is because he didn't want to give him that power. Like the headline would be Academy Award suspends or bans Will Smith. But
Yeah.
but you flip it, it's not Will Smith resigned. So it's like, okay, he chose to do it on his own merit, which then kind of makes him save a little bit of face.
Well,
But
that's probably what happened.
yeah. But
you're right.
maybe it was staged. Maybe it was staged. Maybe it wasn't. But I think it's a mixture of the personal stuff brewing up, and then his wife having the cojones. She's the one that has the nuts in the relationship, not Will. She's the one that runs it because she's narcissistic as hell, and she's probably into that satanic worshiping too.
She looks like a super bitch to me, anyway.
Well, yeah, they all say that. They say that Will and her are both narcissistic, and they're very like they're assholes in the Hollywood community.
Do you know they were trying to make it racial shit too about it now?
Oh yeah. Just because of the fact that they were both black men, but
You're
if it
saying
was,
now white people don't understand what happened because they're not black. And I'm like, what are you fucking talking about?
it has nothing
Italians
to do.
worse than that. Italian men would get up and just fucking. My father used to whack me in the head all the
Yeah,
time.
whack you with a baseball bat.
Like, what do you mean? I don't understand.
Yeah, no, and it's not even it's not. It has nothing to do with race. It has just something to do like that's just something that
Well,
people
it
want
didn't
to
have
virtue
nothing to do
signal.
with race. They just want to play everything to divide us.
Yeah, exactly. It's just a divide, just to make it more bigger than what it is.
Yeah.
But it still shows like my main thing. The reason why I was talking about or bringing it up is because celebrities they should have punishment as well as much as general population people. Because if you keep putting celebrities on a pedestal, they're gonna get away with shit. So that's why I was like, I think he should be what do you call it? He should face consequences because then that just sends a message to honestly, hey, well, these guys can do it, but we can't, you know?
Right. I don't disagree.
Yeah, and maybe it wasn't staged, maybe it was staged. Who knows? Because for one thing, he's not coming back again, but those Oscars ratings, they might go back up
They'll make a
because no,
movie. Will Smith will make another. He's probably bigger now than he ever was again. Like he got bigger from that.
well, supposedly, the Netflix and other picture deals, they canceled his projects coming up. He canceled Bad Boys 4 and then canceled another movie.
Oh wow! I feel so bad for Will Smith. I guess he can't live off the couple of $100 million that he's worth.
Right.
Oh,
Right. He has like what, 500 million?
Yep. Go ahead.
He has like 400 million, I think, and she has like at least 100.
Yep. We got
Oh,
Vigo in the house.
what up, Vigo?
Vigo's my #1 fan.
I'm right there. I'm number 2.
I believe you. I used to have another guy. Used to come on all the time. He don't come on anymore. Alexio.
Who's that?
Come on. I don't know. He used to come on my show all the time, but he never comes on anymore.
Whatever happened to who was that Middle Eastern guy? The one that kept reading like a long book?
Yeah, he's from India.
Yeah.
Araman. Well, he comes on once in a while, but he's hard, man. Because he'll just read a book for a half hour, and I can't handle it. I kind of like almost, one day I kept interrupting him like every 3 minutes. Like,
I was right there. There.
Like, are you done yet? No, just 1 more minute. All right. And then 10 more pages later, are you done yet? So I like the guy, but I couldn't deal with the reading the book with his head down.
Yeah. And then remember you asked him, hey, what's your personal?
There it is. Vigo knows.
Yeah, Asperon.
Yeah.
Asperon. It's like, Asperon, give us your opinion, your statement. And then he gave a really simple one. And that was it,
Yeah. But if you ask him, what do you think I'm? Oh, can I read 3 pages for you?
No, more like 30. More like 30.
Half a novel.
Yeah. No, man.
Yeah.
And I think one of the other things I wanted to talk to you, what you thought was, what do you think about the whole what's going on in Russia with Ukraine, as far as the most latest updated news about what's happening with the women? They're saying the women are getting like taken advantage of, aka raped, because the Russian forces, and then they're digging something about like, I don't know, more weapons, new weapons of mass destruction being put on their land. What do you think about that?
Well, I think Ukraine, first of all, we have to understand what is Ukraine. Ukraine was a hub for corruption.
Mm-hmm.
We know that from Biden's son was flying over there all the time. So I think a lot of the money laundering was going through Ukraine from all different countries. The people in Ukraine, a lot of them came out publicly and said we're glad Russia came because this country was so bad. They were killing a lot of people over there before this war. And they say this war really been going on for a long time with Russia and Ukraine. And I think the labs, I think that's the real reason why Putin went in there, because there's too many of these labs over there. And I think secretly he was telling them, you better get rid of these labs that are near my country. And they didn't want to. Now, as far as what's going on in there, first of all, Ukraine has a neo-Nazi brigade. Do you know that?
I heard of that. Yeah.
They do have it.
Yeah.
And that neo-Nazi brigade, they say, is doing a lot of damage inside of Ukraine, blaming Russia. Now, I don't think for a second that they're arming some Russian soldiers. And we got Exiled One coming on. I don't think,
What's
hey,
going
Exiled,
on? What you got
What's
going
up,
on, Pops?
same
What's
shit.
happening?
Talking about, what we think with Russia, what's going on really. And I was just talking about it. So what I think is, I think Russian soldiers are doing a little bit of shit over there. That's normal, but in general, I don't think so. I think it's bullshit. Half of the people in Ukraine have relatives in Russia. So they are Russians, okay? It's not like they're separate. They were one country at one time. And in 20, 30 years, things don't change that much. I mean, basically, like, what are you telling me? You got relatives that live in Texas. Now, Texas ain't part of the U.S. I'm going to go in there and start whacking everybody? So a lot of the shit you see, you can even see it looks photoshopped, it looks old, rusty tanks, buildings. Now, is there anything happening over there? Definitely. There's shit going down, but some of it,
That's a,
Ukraine's
I,
doing it themselves on purpose to blow it up, and Russia's probably doing some of it, but this is way deeper than we know. We're not going to know the real reason. The real
I
reason,
totally agree with you, Pops. At the end of the day, you're usually on the same mind frame. It's all epic. What do you want to say? Financial collapse, worldwide financial collapse, something they haven't done before.
yep. Now, Russia, Putin don't give a shit. He's got a ton of gold. He's backing his ruble by gold now. And they're starting to do business with China and India. India, China, and Russia are all teaming up against U.S.
And you
The
don't see
U.S.
the and you don't see the pattern. Let's go way back to Saddam Hussein.
Yep.
His own currency, right? His own power.
Libya, same thing.
Dead. Yeah, I about to say next thing, Gaddafi, right? Own currency, printing his own gold. Dead, right?
People, yep.
Who's their next target? Who's the next one? Like, fuck you, I'm gonna separate my currency. China discussed it, but they didn't make moves to do so. Putin did. So who's their next target?
Yeah.
Just connect the dots.
The dollar, the petrodollar, is the only reason why the dollar is even worth anything. Once we lose that, your dollar is going to be worth 10 cents. It may not happen right away where it's going to be worth 10 cents, but right now they're saying our dollar is really only worth about 70 cents. And you can see that with the inflation is up about 30% throughout the United States. With, if you combine everything, it's at least 30% higher, everything. That's because the dollar is really only worth 70 cents. And over the years, it's going to shrink to less and less. They're not going to destroy the dollar overnight, but they are destroying the dollar.
No, you destroy it overnight, then obviously you're guilty for it. They want to make it look like we're guilty for it. But the thing is, Pops, you speak all this truth and then you want to complain about, well, I'm shadow banned. I don't know why. That's why, Pops. You're right on the head with this shit. You've got it figured out. And they don't like that shit.
No, I know why. I just raging when I say it. I'm actually saying I'm shadow banned sarcastically. Like,
Well,
I'm pissed
no,
off that
it's
they're
the truth
shadow banning
though.
me.
I mean, I didn't get a notification for you, and there's quite a few other channels I don't, and they're not all on conspiracy theory shit. But they, I come from the 1A community.
Yeah.
So it's like a lot of them, that don't show their ass and they do shit properly. I'm not getting notifications for them. It's a
Well,
pattern of shit when you're
I'm
on the
gonna
truth
test
and the
this.
right way of shit.
I'm gonna test the theory. Here's what
They're
I'm
trying to mess your algorithm, Pops.
Yeah, well, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna create a channel, and I'm gonna have to get some kind of robotic voice though, like to synthesize my voice. And I'm gonna play devil's advocate. I am gonna go as far left as I can. I am gonna be the person you're gonna hate, but you're not gonna know it's me. And I want to see how fast I blow up on YouTube. I'm gonna do an experiment. I'm gonna create another channel, and I'm gonna call it whatever, Satanic Joe, let's say. and I am going to talk about everything that everybody right now hates. I am going to be the opposite of what I am, and it's going to be an experiment. And I want to see how much I blow up on YouTube. Now, when I really blow up really good, if it happens, I'm going to slap him in the face one day with a crazy video. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do it.
You're going to say, gotcha.
Yeah, I'm going to do it. I want to really test this theory out. You know, like Exile, you say an A1 community. So kind of like, break this down to me. What do you, I know what it is kind of, but what do you think they're doing? How do they divide it?
It's actually 1A community. It means First Amendment auditors. There's actually, you know, people that audit for the Second Amendment in
Right.
that too. But the thing is, you know, basically, you know, they go out, they film public places, police and things of that nature.
Right.
I
Nothing
know a few of those. I talked
No,
to a
I
few
don't
of
mean,
those guys
I
on the
don't
phone.
mean, I know what the audit is and all that, but I mean, what do you mean? They have it like separated in communities on YouTube? Like they have like
no, it's just like people that do it like dumb shit, like them dumbasses that film shit like a Papa John's or a personal business or a church or shit like that.
Uh-huh.
Of course, they're not gonna shadow ban your shit or block your shit. You're doing shit all wrong and stupid. But the ones that do their shit proper, you know, they're respectful. They just inform the police of what they can do and what they can't do when they're violating rights and things of that nature. They're going to public forums such as a courtroom or city hall or something like that, or even the people that go to postal offices, you know, and they're filming and they're informing people of their right to film, you know, and they're respectful about it. I find a lot of those people are getting shadow banned too because they're going about things the proper way with truth.
Oh, I agree. I mean, my good, you know, not my friend. He's the guy. Josh. He has a big show on. He has like 75,000 subscribers, and he says I haven't grown in like years. They keep him like, you know, at a certain level, and they won't let him grow anymore. He's what's the
What are
name?
you talking about, Josh Abrams?
Accountability for All.
For all, yeah, AFA, my
Yeah,
homeboy,
he's come
yeah.
on my
Yeah, he's
show.
cool peoples.
He's come on my show about 4 or 5 times.
Yeah,
Has
but
he
what
done
they
some
do,
of his
but
characters?
Huh?
Has he done his little Asian character?
Oh, one time he came on as a different person, and then I realized it was him after a while because the Boston accent started to come out. He couldn't hide it.
Yeah, I fucks with Josh. That's my homie. He's cool peoples.
Yeah. So where the rabbit says is, you gotta pretend you're a transgender, non-white, liberal feminist, Democrat, satanic worshiper, and you'll blow up.
that sounds about right. Sounds about right.
And so he's laughing out loud.
No, but you know what they do too is like you could be like me, like you could be like I could be subscribed to your channel, or I could be unsubscribed to your channel. But I could, if I constantly click on your stuff and I want to see it, it'll show an algorithm where okay, your content will consistently come up on my YouTube. But these guys will like somehow try to hide you and kind of like put you over. It's kind of like when you go to the freaking grocery store and they put the near expiring close stuff in the front, but the other stuff that's newer, they're gonna put it to the back. They're gonna keep pushing you to the back of the end of the freaking fridge every time to not see it. They'll try to conceal you.
I'm gonna get off of YouTube, like, or I'll just be on YouTube, but I'm gonna go on. I gotta go on other platforms.
Yeah, go on other streams, man. Get yourself networking out there. That's how you get your thing pushed more. The algorithm and stuff. You'll become more noticeable, recognizable, and then people will honestly want to tune into your content more.
Yeah, I gotta try to like set it up where I'm on Odyssey, I'm on BitChute, I'm everywhere. So even though they're trying to screw me over, I'll still, you know, I'll get bigger on the other channels.
Yeah, bada bing, bada boom.
Yep, because you know there's just no way in the world I should have only 125 subscribers.
Oh, but oh my God! But check this out. If it's something to do with transgender kids, all that stuff blows up, or it has something to do with like Jubilee and virtue signaling.
Yeah.
and pandering to the masses. Oh, then yeah, of course they're gonna push you.
Did you see the girl that blew up on TikTok? TikTok? She
Which
blew
one?
up. She went on TikTok with her son, put a little like eyeshadow on him. He's like 2 years old, and said, I just called my father-in-law, and I called my mother-in-law, and I called this person and that person, and I told them all that their grandson is gay. And
Wow.
my son is gay. And she said, you know how some people brag about their children when they're born? Oh, well, he's going to be a real man. You know, he's going to have, or their daughter's going to have problems with men. Well, I'm bragging about my son.
Wow.
Okay. And now she blew up. She got like a couple of million views.
Yep, like the World Trade.
You know? Now, what is this don't say gay bill? Like, what is that?
Oh, the one in California?
The one in Disney, I don't know. They're trying to say you can't say the word gay? I mean, like, what?
Yeah. Like basically like even in the schools and stuff, it's like being involved even in a school curriculum where like they're not even allowing their I guess the pushback they were giving was because there was parents saying that hey, sexual orientation is something to not even be mad about for kids that young of age in elementary school to even be taught that. That's about sexual orientation. That should be a conversation between the parents. And they're saying that you can't say this word because it'll hurt their feelings. It's offensive. You know, stuff like that. Just like they banned other words, like you can't say the Q word. It can't say the H word. You got to be careful of
What do you
this.
call a man that sleeps with another man?
That's
A man that sleeps with another man?
Gay, fag, homo.
No, but like,
That's
what do
all I
they
can
want
come
us
with
to
right
call
now.
them?
I don't know.
We got Eliza Havoc in the house.
What's up,
It don't
Eliza?
matter what they want.
Style. You're right next
Hey,
door. Look at
hey,
you.
baby, how you doing?
Hey,
That's
baby.
Exile's woman.
Thank
Right.
you for
Yeah.
coming up.
There you go. There you go.
But no, but in reality, so you can't use any of these words that Exile just said. So what do you call a man that sleeps with another man?
Gender pronouns, cisgender bullshit, binary. You mother. I don't know.
Do you
I don't know.
call a man that sleeps with man? Is that the new name?
No. Hold on. I would
Go
like
ahead,
to
babe.
answer that. I'm sorry. Go ahead, babe. I interrupted. Go ahead.
What do you call
Pops.
lesbian?
No, I just wanted to address Pops on something. You said I can't say that, but I just said it. Go ahead,
No,
babe.
I'm saying they're saying you can't say it.
Fuck them.
Yeah.
Go ahead, babe.
Who is they?
Even
All
on
right,
YouTube.
what is
Even
the
on YouTube.
politically correct word to use? Let's put it that way.
Alphabet
What is the
Mafia.
politically word to use when a man that sleeps with another man? What should I call them?
Man who
I don't know.
They're
man,
heterosexuals. So what are they?
man who pegs his hot link.
Non-heterosexuals?
Hold on.
Yep.
Stop. Sorry, talking to my son. Me personally, I have friends that are gay. They don't give a fuck. I'm sorry. They don't care.
No, but what do you call them? How do you identify? Do you call them mudpacker? What do you call them?
Well, if you call one of my best friends mudpacker, I hope you can fight. Cause yeah.
Yeah, I'm about to say when you gotta go out your way is when it's problems like that. They do not matter. It does not matter
what
to
I'm
them
trying
if
to
you.
say is,
But
what do you
dude,
call them to be respected?
Pops, that's what I'm trying to tell you. If you know anybody that's really gay, they don't mind being called homosexual, fag, or gay. It does not really bother them.
Wait a second. Nobody likes to be called. Hold on, fellas. Nobody likes to be called a fag, but honestly, my gay friends don't care if I call them gay. I have one that's bisexual, so I'll call him bi, or I just call him by his name. Like at the end of the day, to me, your sexuality really it's not important if I'm not fucking you. If I'm not trying to smash, if you ain't trying, like, and at the end of the day, shit, everybody knows my title. You have to excuse me because I'm putting my phone on the charger. Everybody knows my title, and my title is wife. Therefore, y'all know that shit. There ain't gonna be no, oh, well, we're trying to do shit. There ain't none of that. So at the end of the day, my title is wife, and their title, they can be gay, they can be bi. You know, some people, they like to sit there and be called part of the alphabet mafia, and the only reason why is because they have the LGBTQ, and now there's more freaking letters and all this other shit. And honestly, what I like to sit there and call my friends is at the end of the day, I call them by their name because
I agree with you. But what I'm saying is, if you were categorizing someone, like, what are you? Are you a heterosexual? Yes, I am a heterosexual. Let's say somebody asks you. So when you ask somebody, what is your sexual preference, men or women? Would that be like, you should be allowed to call them like gay, just like you could call me heterosexual.
I got a better question. How come everything but straight is allowed into the, as you call it, alphabet mafia? I mean, they even allowed people called furries into it, and they're not necessarily something that considers herself of the opposite sex or has the opposite sexual preferences. They just like to dress up like animals.
Actually, hold on. Furries are actually not a part of the fucking alphabet mafia. Do not believe
yeah,
that.
they are. Yeah, they are.
Fairies? Fairies?
Yes.
Furries. Furries.
They're allowed. Yes, they're in there.
Yeah, they're allowed. The LGBTQ announced on public television that they
I
were
got my
allowed.
conspiracy theory. My conspiracy theory is that it all has to do with money, with censorship. Money and censorship. And I think for some reason they want to block people even on YouTube that make good money.
Censorship of the traditional family.
Yeah,
Okay.
also.
Right now, it feels like this is, I mean, I don't know. It feels like the question isn't really for understanding. It's more so for like in insulting preferences. Is that weird? It feels like that to me. And I say that because at the end of the day, Pops, my main question is, why is somebody else's sexual preference important? Why do we even have to bring that up in question? And even if so, how the fuck would you bring that up in conversation? Oh, what's up, my guy? You know what? You're looking a little too feminine. What do you like to fuck? You like boys or men? Or you like boys or girls?
What's
Like,
up with your pink shirt, bro?
They're making it a preference. You gotta understand.
What? No, they're not making
to fight.
Oh wow.
The government, or whoever's pulling all these strings with the media, want it to be a problem. They want people to be talking about this shit. That's why.
So if they wanted, hold on, Pops. If they wanted to be the problem, and you know it's coming from the oligarchy, and you know there is no good intent from the oligarchy, then why the fuck are you playing their game?
I'm not playing their game. I don't even know how it came up because I could give two shits.
That's kind of what I'm asking.
I ain't even ready to have this conversation, to be honest with you. The world's blowing up. Fuck. Yeah. I don't care what you are. If you're a lesbian, I don't care. Actually, my best friend, used to be, anyway, I don't really talk to him no more. His sister was a lesbian, and she was actually a better person than him. I got along with her better. We used to hang out all the time. She passed away, but I don't really give a shit. I don't want to have this conversation because it's irrelevant to me.
Okay, so
it's irrelevant to me.
And I completely agree with that. And the only reason why is because it sounds once again like a lot of separatism. And if people are playing, hold on a second.
I think Marcus brought this subject up, didn't you?
Well, the thing is that you asked me why they signed the "Don't Say Gay" bill.
Oh yeah,
and so the issue, and that's an issue. That's an issue because now we're going to be limited to what we can say or do. If you literally are a gay person, what's wrong with me calling you gay? If you really are, just like if a person is lesbian, she's my lesbian friend or she's my friend, and then let's say one of my friends is trying to hit up on her, a guy, and she's lesbian. I was like, dude, well, she's lesbian, but then we can't even say it anymore. It's not allowed. It's like,
here's the thing.
Lindy's saying the word has nothing to do with the word gay. She thinks that I think exactly what Mindy's saying is that you're just not allowed to teach kindergarten through third grade all this like sexual things, like if a man. I
don't agree with that. I don't agree with that.
Why don't you kindergarten through third grade? Like it should be kindergarten through like fucking
high school.
Grade.
I think through high school.
They get to high school is ninth.
Can I speak, please?
No, we're talking.
No.
You know I got to give you a hard time sometimes. Go ahead.
Do I sit here like no? Okay. Well, my thing is, okay, so if it's really just about what we're teaching now as far as the curriculum at school, that is a much different conversation than sitting there and talking about people and their sexual orientation, regardless of whatever they choose. Now,
It's all conflated. It's all conflated.
not really. And
Well,
here's
no. Hold on, real quick. Hold on, sweetheart. Hold on, because there's videos where they're asking. It starts off with the premise of the "Don't Say Gay" bill, and then the guy that's giving the interview, James Klug, was the one speaking about that. He's the one speaking about how it goes into the conversation with the elementary, with kids going through kindergarten, the curriculum saying, hey, we're pushing this alphabet community agenda. Saying about whether there's transgenderism, having transgender people show up, teaching about sexual orientation when it has nothing to do with anything having to do with math, science, writing, reading, nothing to do with that. It has nothing to do. That should be a conversation.
Check this out. To be fair, hold on, baby.
damn. Okay, look, I was fucking talking, y'all, and I got cut off like 3 fucking times. I ain't got a chance to sit there and say shit. Y'all asking me a question and then y'all keep going off and answering. So I mean,
baby, I'm not answering shit. I'm gonna clarify something. Can
you don't need
give
to
her the
clarify anything. I need to be able. Well, I don't need it. I guess.
Do you know what? Do you know what the subject is about, babe?
Well, I just heard what the subject is about. Yes, can I answer?
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Go ahead then. I was gonna say, in all fairness, you should know what the subject's about, baby.
I do.
Well,
especially when we broke it down. Here's the thing. First of all, and this is just my opinion as a mother, so I may be a bit more passionate than normal. My kids, I don't give a shit if they're in kindergarten, middle school, even in high school. They don't need to know shit about that. We have other gay people that sit there and say that is not something that they need to be teaching in fucking elementary, especially not in elementary and middle school, because in elementary and middle school, this is where they really start to indoctrinate the kids. And so pretty much it's a fucking form of brainwashing. Why the fuck, if my child is in my house, in my custody, in my protection, why the fuck does my kid need to know anything sexual? It doesn't matter whether it's with mommy and daddy. Close my door, sir. Close my door. Thank you. It doesn't matter whether it's with big sister, big brother. It doesn't matter if it's with aunt and uncle. And you know what? This also goes for the families, those children that are in same-sex marriage household. They are not going to sit there and go and explain, well, you know what? Mommy likes to sit there and boink your other mommy. They're not going to sit there and explain that shit. That's none of their fucking, I'm sorry, let me not say that's none of their fucking business. That is not something out of all the things in the world that a child needs to worry about. All a child, especially in elementary and middle school age, needs to know is that whoever they are around need to love them. Not physically. That's pedophilia is a whole nother conversation that it seems like the nation don't want to fucking have, but they want to sit there and talk about gays. I'm not talking about that. What I'm talking about is they need to understand that they are loved and protected by all the adults that are around them. Okay? That's what they need to have. As far as any kind of sexual preference, first of all, a child at elementary school does not, they don't know what the fuck they want. Every 10 years of a person's life, they change. No, you don't. Go upstairs. Go upstairs. I actually need to. Okay, then go potty. Hurry up.
See, your kids don't need to be hearing this stuff.
Well, they're not going to be hearing it. He's in the bathroom. The door's closed. But, my thing is, whenever it comes
to the door, what are you kidding me? I used to listen on my parents.
Well, yeah.
Come on now.
Oh, okay, thank you. Close my door.
Thank you. Close my door, but I'm still listening.
Oh no, he's going and playing with his tablet. He's fighting his sister, so thank God I had two.
I had bones. What's this? Canes for dinner. What is that?
He's talking. They talking to somebody else in the chat.
Oh, but no, I was just gonna say if it was one of the older ones, they'd be listening in, but the younger ones, they're all over the place.
How many kids you guys got?
We have 8.
8.
Yes.
They're all yours? They all came out of you, or they're all like different?
5 came out of me.
You made 5 kids already, and you still
we're the Brady Bunch.
Damn,
we're the Brady Bunch. 3.
Yeah, but she had 5 kids, and she's still looking good. Wow, you got
3. Three are with her ex-husband. 3 are with me, her current. I mean, 2 are with her current husband, and then I have 3 that aren't with her. So we brought our 3 together that we didn't have together, and then we had 2 together.
So you actually got 8 kids living in your house?
Yes.
Yes, from time to
Damn.
time. Yes.
Holy shit, man! You got a big food bill.
But you know
Oh.
the ex-husband is involved in the other children's life, but my children are constantly with us.
I got you. Well, that's good. At least you get a break once in a while. You go from 8 to 5.
Yeah.
But you actually do have enough kids between yous and your wife and you can make a baseball team.
Yeah. We've heard.
little basketball traveling team.
Oh,
Well, yeah, but
yeah, that's a team for basketball.
unfortunately, they have their daddy's clumsiness. So yeah.
Oh, here we go.
But the whole thing is, my older kids, they're old enough to where I have to sit there and try to outthink them so they don't sit there and try to slip up and have sex, you know. And as far as them, all right, not only are they old enough for that conversation, but you know, they're gonna hear it from everywhere. They're gonna hear it from media, they're gonna hear it from their friends, you know, all that stuff. But even whenever you had gay people that were growing up, they didn't even know what the fuck they were until about, you know, real late middle school, high school type shit, to where they actually started to adventure. Does that make sense?
But I don't want to waste the whole thing on this anyway, this subject, because I really don't. I think it's crazy.
I got you. But at the end of the day, that bill, I think that bill is on some bullshit. They can sit there and say that they want that shit. Literally, it is just a way of them sitting there and trying to control the masses. It's not really. It's not really just the fact that we sat there and passed, or that they fucking passed the law, but how many people will still sit there and speak their motherfucking truth, regardless of whether there's a law implemented or not?
You're right.
They're literally trying to put motherfuckers into a corner to where if they can get away with this, if they can get away with abolishing fucking freedom of speech, if they can get away with sitting there and talking about, oh, well, you know what, we can't sit there and teach our children about real history. And if we do, we can't offend any white people because, you know, they're going to be they're going to be uncomfortable, you know, because that was one of the first ones that they passed that was almost on the same lines of this stupid shit, right?
Yeah.
But then, you know that they're just going to keep making more and more and more and more and more stupid shit.
And
every other day, they're going to have something else.
The main reason that they're doing that is to sit there and literally try to control people and see who was going to rebel and then who was going to sit there and literally go along with it. If you're dumb enough to go along with it, then sit the fuck down and shut the fuck up, because that's what you might as well practice it now, because that's what the fuck you're going to be doing here soon. It ain't going to just be this. They're going to sit there and add shit on and more shit on and more shit on. If they can get away with this, who the fuck is to say that they can't get away with whatever the fuck?
Yeah. It just shows how the stupidity of what people really want to like bring up, like as far as like that's so dumb to make a bill and like people actually complaining and asking for that. That's ridiculous, because like I agree with what you're saying too, because you're a parent. Y'all don't all 3 of y'all are parents. Like, but the thing is, it's like just because you could you could fight for something and have it somehow included doesn't mean you should have it included, right? Just to prove to your point, you know, like that conversation should just be between you guys, which is my point of why whenever this topic was brought up or I bring it up, it's like, no, it's like mind your fucking business, stay in your lane, and let the parents do their job and their roles with their kids.
Shit is really happening as much as we think, though. Like I lived in New York, Staten Island, it's called, and it's a heavy duty Italian Irish borough. Okay, you try to tell an Italian parent that you're going to teach my kid all this shit, they won't even go to school.
You feel me?
Teach you to get outside and beat his ass. That's what
you feel me.
Yep.
What happened?
You feel me?
I was agreeing with you 100%.
They won't even entertain this shit.
That ain't just Italian.
They ain't doing this shit. It's like maybe in 5% of the schools, not even, they pick a couple of schools and they pump this shit in there, probably in California, and they're trying to make us believe they're going to do this to all the schools in our country. They're lying again. They fucking lie. That's all they're good at. lying.
I guarantee you, it had to be like a few small divestors or a small minority of people who started complaining about this, just so they could feel better about their feelings. You know?
They're just doing this as distractions. They want us,
Yep.
like on shows like right now, to be talking about this shit instead of talking about how Congress and the Senate are fucking us up the ass every single day we wake up. And how are
Hard,
they
no
doing it?
condom, no lube.
How are they
Straight
doing
up.
it? Simple. Look at your gas prices. Look at your food prices. Look at what your dollar's worth. That's how they're doing it. They're sticking it up your ass, and they're making you watch Gumby on TV. That's what they're doing, because that's what it seems to be. Most chats you go in after Will Smith. I couldn't go on a panel and not see people talking about Will Smith smacked Chris Rock.
It's so true.
Who gives a fuck? Chris Rock's a pussy. Chris Rock, punched Will Smith right in the face. Instead, he took the slap.
And he's a satanic worshiper.
Okay,
That
so
same night,
it was choreographed. Unless Chris
that
Rock is a
same
real.
night though, Pops, I told my wife, look at this shit. This is all people are talking about. What the fuck is the real deal?
Right. So it's
No,
all
hold on.
bullshit.
Hold on,
Let's
Pops.
talk
Hold
about
on.
the real problems.
Pops, hold on. Babe. What did I sit there and say to you when someone else wanted me to go on the panel about that stupid ass shit?
Yeah.
You didn't even want to distract yourself with that bullshit distraction.
Exactly.
You know
The
what
first
the
thing
next distraction
hold on, Pops. Hold on, Pops. The first thing I sat there and said was, all right, this was at the Oscars. I said, dude, don't even bring that yah to me, and I'm gonna sit there and tell you why. Don't y'all realize that every year at the Oscars, some off the wall shit motherfucking happen, that all they do is sit there and they invest money to sit there and just focus on that shit. So once again, what was my question, babe? My question was this. Okay, so while they sitting here and they got this and they focusing on this shit at the Oscars, what fucking bills did they pass?
Right.
And actually today I found them. There was 9 bills that were passed. I got 2. I got to sit there and screenshot the other ones.
Where do you find bills that are passed, by the way? I want to look up that. Where do you find them?
Well, the first 2 I found on TikTok, and instead of sitting there and taking TikTok for any accreditation, because shit, I really don't do a whole lot of accreditation with fucking social medias. I went and did the fucking research myself. There was a link in there. I had to sit there and replay it because it has like the shit in there and where you can go. But and I'll send it to you, Pops.
Yeah,
but,
I got one site right now that I just found, Congress.gov, and it's showing you all the bills that they're passing.
Mm-hmm.
Pops, it's kind of like YouTube, man. You got to bounce around everywhere to get your information, or you'll never get the full picture.
Yeah.
It's not just that. I already see it for what the fuck it is. It's a distraction. All this first of all, the Oscars is a fucking distraction. People don't even realize that they're sitting here and thinking that shit was based on votes. No, it wasn't. It was based on how much money these same motherfuckers sat there and put into the fucking Oscars, and whoever paid the fucking most. So literally, it's a fucking pissing contest from the fucking jump. Literally, the Oscars is nothing but an adult variation from Hollywood sitting there and saying, who at the end of the year, who sat there and had the most money and sat there and brought the most money to us. And if you sat there and paid in any money, voluntarily or involuntarily, you will be asked to go there. That's why you got all these motherfuckers that could be working, could be doing a whole lot of shit, ain't doing shit but sitting in motherfucking chairs, sitting there standing up at a motherfucking podium where motherfuckers come on and sit there and either give you a show or give you a fucking speech. So, first of all, that's literally what the Oscars is, period. Okay? So whenever they sit there and have the Oscars, I don't even fucking pay attention to the shit.
I don't watch it. So
I don't either. And then whenever they did this, the more ludicrous the fucking event, that's the more they are sitting there and trying to hide some shit. After all this shit that's been going on, and once again,
did you see the movie Coda?
No. Pops,
right.
Hold on. My thing is this. After sitting there and doing my own research, I understand that all these wars ain't got shit to do with what the fuck they sit there and tell you got to do with. All the shit is behind being able to utilize, snatch up, take resources, and or sit there and try to have a certain currency that they can sit there and tax on, or they can sit there and make the upper 3 top banks in the world can sit there and literally build enough interest on so they can sit there and pretty much rob you fucking blind. Okay, that's what all the fucking wars are about. So when you
That's what they're doing
understand,
in Ukraine right now. They're looting the shit out of
they
Ukraine.
they doing that shit everywhere. It's not just Ukraine. They doing that shit everywhere, bro.
Oh, they're doing it in
Don't.
America. Every day they're doing it in America when they pass $2-3 trillion budgets.
Yes, but
Print
here,
more money and robbed us, the taxpayers that got to pay it, that we can't bail ourselves out.
here's the part that you don't understand. The only reason that they are doing these wars is because somebody stood up to their ass and said, dude, we're not going to sit there and pay this fucking deficit back. Dude, we're not going to sit there and pay this. Dude, we want to sit there and have a currency that's a generalized, decent fucking currency. AKA, we want to be able to sit there and give money to our fucking people in America without no fucking interest, or have that interest taken from 8, 9, whatever fucking percent it is, all the way down to something that is more fucking feasible. That's what that shit is.
There's a lot more behind the curtain that we don't even know. That's how spooky it is.
But this is the basic premise of it. Remember last time I was on the show, I sat there and told you that instead of focusing on the bullshit that they're giving you, you need to sit there and try to follow the fucking money paper trail to sit there and see who the fuck is benefiting off the war, regardless of what side wins. Who the fuck is funding both sides? That's the motherfucker that has something to do with it. Whenever it don't matter how the shit falls, you're still benefiting. Oh no,
Rothschilds.
No, it's not just the Rothschilds. That's the thing. Remember,
both sides.
Hold on. Remember, Pops, I said one of 3 top banks in the world. Not all them banks are ran by the Rothschilds. No, sir. Once again,
when you talk about a bank, they're not. None of those banks are as powerful as the people who print the money. You don't have to understand. No, they're not. They get the money from them.
Okay, Pops.
The Federal Reserve is more powerful than any bank because they make the money and give it to the bank. Yeah, of course.
Okay. Come on. Who is it?
Who controls the world?
Outside.
Money.
Okay. No. Hold on, Pops. Hold on. See, honestly, even with that comment, I can kind of tell you fell into the fuckery that they've been feeding you.
What do you mean? The banks are going to be put out of business soon.
Hold on, Pops. Let me explain. You say the Federal Reserve like it is not the bank.
The Federal Reserve is the one who prints the money, who gives it to the banks. Now, if you want to tell me JP Morgan is somebody like that, they are part of the game. But the they're going to do away with all the banks. Like when you say banks, I'm talking about Bank of America, Citibank, Chase. That's the banks I'm talking about. Now,
okay, well, here's the thing.
Mom, that's the same lady she's seen.
Okay, here's the thing. The Federal Babe, mute yourself. The whole thing.
Talking about
the Federal Reserve is nothing more than a bank. It is no more powerful than the fucking Bank of America. It just has more backing.
No, it is way more powerful than Bank of America.
No, it ain't.
Bank of America will not exist 5 years from now. Digital currency is going to take over. They don't need banks anymore.
Okay, Pops, why is it more? I'm going to give you some questions I want you to think. Why is it more powerful? What is it that makes the Federal Reserve more powerful?
Because they're the ones that put what money they print, how much money they want to give the bank.
Incorrect.
And then the bank has to give them, oh, yes, it is. Do you know how it works with the banks?
Yes, I do.
They print the money, they give it to the banks.
No, they don't.
They pay them back with interest. Yes, they do.
Hold on a second.
How do you think the Federal Reserve makes money? What do you think? It's there for the people, the Federal Reserve? Anyway, we'll get back to it. Don't worry about it. Exile, you're allowed to talk now. I gotta tease you, man.
No, I think what she was saying is pretty much they are the one that runs the Federal Reserves, those 3 people.
The Federal Reserve runs the banks. It's a whole, it's a different monster.
Yeah. But those three central banks that are ran by those three families are the ones that run those
They run them banks.
situations.
They control those
Yeah,
banks. But
they
banking,
run they run those banks, but they
you
are
know what the
also
three central banks
they
are?
are also the reason for the creation of the Federal Reserve, their family
Yeah. But,
and
but
their
do you know who they
bloodline.
are? Them three central banks?
Yes, I do.
Who are they? Come on, tell me.
That would be one of your biggest lenders, the J.P. Morgan family.
Yeah.
That would be the Rothschilds, and
Mhm.
what was the third?
There's another one. I'm sorry, I'm
Fuck,
back. I was talking to
I,
my daughter.
I, I'm trying to think of their name right now. It's the other big ass fucking lender. Somebody fucking help me right now. I'm having a brain fart.
I gotta
Fuck
go
it.
get my thing to
It's
sit
up
there.
in the air.
I think I packed it up. At the end of the day, here's the thing that makes the Federal Reserve different. The people that said this is like a history lesson. So I got to sit there and remember what year it was, but the year that the Federal Reserve was created, whenever these four men sat there and went and had they had a private meeting, and they decided that they were going to go ahead and band this bank together. And then here's the thing that makes them more powerful. That off of the shit that they have been sitting there and raising the interest every year. This is also the reason why we have a lot of presidents that have sat there and been assassinated, that have sat there, and we have a lot of people of like what you would consider official people. This is also senators and all. It goes from anywhere up the corporate, not corporate, but anywhere up the ladder of power. That's what I'll call it. Literally, they've been adding interest every single time that there is somebody that wants to go against the interest that has been built via the fucking Federal Reserve, as well as JP Morgan, because he sat there and founded another bank, even though he was also one of the founders of the Federal Reserve. I can't remember the other one, but every single time somebody else sat there and tried to have a different currency because their interest was getting too high and it was bleeding the fucking taxpayers of America dry. That's when we would have assassinations. That's when we would have people popping up dead. That's when
You
we
know
would sit
who
there.
runs the bank in America? You know who runs the Federal Reserve?
Yes,
The Bank of London.
yes.
Not J.P. Morgan. The Bank
I
of
didn't
London.
say, sir, I didn't say they run it. I said they had also had investments tied to it.
Yeah.
That's how they ate. That's how they got their wealth. I didn't say they run it.
Hold on, pops. But all of these people are related to each other through the motherfucker that's the bloodline that started the Bank
Yeah,
of
but
London.
see what you consider a bank, I don't. So that's where we're at a different place.
Okay.
I don't consider Bank of America basically part of what you may want to call the cabal. Let's put it that way. The
Oh,
cabal.
we can just call it. We can call it a really
Let's
big.
get into the Khazarians who really control everything. I mean, if we want to go real deep into this, we could get into the Khazarians. That's what my I don't know if you've seen my 2 videos I made.
I haven't actually been on YouTube for a few days because.
Well, I made 2 videos. They're not
Okay.
like open panel. They're actually like a real video you would watch, like a history channel. And it's called The Rise of Power and Evil. And I haven't even gotten into the part where it's going to bring the whole story together for you, because there's 2 storylines that end up meeting. Okay, the Rothschilds end up meeting with other people. I don't want to give away everything, but I understand exactly what you guys are talking about because I've done my homework. But when you say Chase and Citibank and Bank of America, those banks they're powerful and they're rich, but they have nothing to do with the city of London or this Federal Reserve as far as power structure.
Okay, think about it like this. Here's the easiest way I can explain it. Everybody knows what a pyramid scheme is. Yes, you got the main motherfuckers that's up here making all the money, while everybody else that's sitting here and doing the dirty work for these motherfuckers up here are making fucking chump change, right? And it's a pyramid scheme. Literally, whenever we're sitting there and talking about the Federal Reserve, The only connection that the Federal Reserve really, really honestly has with, let's say shit like Bank of America, Chase, first, First American, whatever, the banks for the little men. Okay, let's just say that hypothetically. Okay, literally the only thing that they have going is they sit there and say, all right, you know what, we'll go ahead and give you insurance. But here's the part that a lot of people don't know. With this insurance that we're going to give you, and it'll be like billions, well, no, it'll be in the millions, I think, millions of dollars in insurance. You have to pay us a certain amount plus a hefty ass interest on top of that. So we have to sit there and get a percentage for every dollar you hold in here. We have to sit, you know what I mean? Type shit like this. Literally, pyramid scheme. You can sit there and make your little money, and that's good, but we need to sit there and take also a decent part of that chump change, right? We need to get the bigger bite. And if we get the bigger bite, we still allow you to sit there and make the little shit that you're making. So be content with that because you cannot make anything at all, right? Well, whenever it comes to shit like that, and then we got the wars going on.
I know, but let's stick to one subject at a time. So here's what I want to explain to you. When we do, and it will happen, whether it be in our lifetime or not, it's probably going to happen within the next 10 years, when we go to strictly digital currency, and they don't have to print money anymore, the Federal Reserve will control the digital currency. You will have no need for Bank of America, Citibank. You'll never go to a bank anymore. There won't be any reason to go to a bank because your money's going to get deposited digitally into your account, right direct from the Federal Reserve. So when you say banking, that's what I'm talking about. Now, I understand the Federal Reserve is like kind of considered a bank to you, but to me, it's not.
Oh, well, I love the fact. Thank you for bringing that up. That actually is what the fuck the war is about right now.
Yes.
Remember?
No. They gotta cripple the dollar.
Just bear with me, pops. Because yes, you're absolutely right. What it is that they're going over there to take over resources. Here's what people do not understand. No, you don't. Go
Russia's
upstairs.
not playing ball with them. You know that, right? You know Russia ain't playing ball with the globalists. They're backing their money up with gold now. They don't give a fuck. You know
well, the whole thing about it was that initially, whenever we had the American dollar, the only reason that it had any value is because it was backed by gold.
Right.
Then it was no longer backed by gold. So at that point, you would be correct. They can sit there and print as much as they want because honestly, the value is not there.
Do you know what our dollar was backed with? If you didn't, you know what our dollar was backed with after gold? If you didn't listen, we send our fucking military to blow your country up. That's what backed our money up.
No, yes, you're right, because we invested it in a lot of military. You're absolutely right. You're making me forget my thought, honey. Well, and I am trying so hard to hold on to it.
You can't have a conversation? Come on now.
Well, I don't know if you can hear in my background, but I got something else going on too.
Go ahead, talk. I'm just talking back and forth with you.
Hold on, just let me take care of this.
Take care of your kids first. No worries. All I'm trying to say is, our government, if you didn't play ball with our reserve, and you didn't use our dollar to buy petrol, we're coming in your country and we're gonna fuck you up. That's what we used to do. We start a war with you, and that's how we control it, by brute force. No other way. Brute military force. That's why nobody fucks with America. That's why the dollar's held up until Russia said, fuck you. India is telling us, fuck you now, and China too. They don't want to play ball no more.
You know why? Because America isn't the big bad bullies that they thought they were. And they're probably going to fucking get their ass kicked if they push the line too far. Honestly.
I don't know though. What? It's going to be...
We're here. Hold on, Pops. We're here to live it and witness it like our fathers and fucking grandfathers with Vietnam, while they lie in our history books and say we won a war that we fucking lost.
What war did we lose?
Vietnam.
Yeah,
Ask
but
any
we
fucking
all know
Vietnam vet.
we
We
all
got
know
our
we
ass kicked.
we did get
Look,
our ass kicked.
look at your fucking history books though. It lies and says we won that war. That's a fucking lie. We won that war.
We didn't win that war. We could have won it if we wanted to.
We could have, but we got our asses kicked.
Oh well.
Dumbass command. Oh, go ahead,
That's
baby,
true.
because you
Go
were
ahead. You
speaking
finish what you
before
were
you
saying.
left.
Go ahead. I'm gonna give you.
I was
I'm
actually
gonna give
coming
you
in
the
the house.
spotlight right now. Hold on.
And initially, what I was talking about earlier before my son decided he wanted to sit there and show his hiney is the fact that the reason that we're having this war is because Ukraine, as well as Russia, as well as there's, I think, another place. I might be right, I might be wrong about that one. But these are the countries that sat there and said, no, we don't want to take away our physical currency and sit there and change it to digital with you guys. So now, America is sitting here, and mind you, America can't even take care of their own house, but they're gonna sit there and try to go to somebody else's house and dictate how the fuck they live. Like, y'all tell me if that makes sense. Like, the only reason that they're doing it is because now they're sitting there and trying to force everybody to sit there and go to a fucking digital currency. So now if they sit there and go to a digital currency, it is the easier way to mass control everybody in the world, not just people in their country. But now you can sit there and mass control everybody in the world, aka if you had issues with somebody else, let's say one country wasn't doing something that the other country wanted. Now we have a way to digitally bankrupt your entire fucking backing. So what military? You ain't got no money to fucking pay for them. What military do you have? Oh, what bombs? Or what this, what that? Because all that shit is backed up by finances. So if, let's say I'm America, and let's say you are Russia and my husband is Ukraine, I'm going to look beyond the fact that there's a weird love connection there, but the whole thing is, if I didn't like something you said and we're digital, do you know how many hackers we got? We could sit there and literally snatch all your shit. Not only that, but we could also snatch all the shit from anybody, anywhere, at any given time around the fucking world. So that's why these other countries do not want to go into that shit. So that's what this whole fucking war is about. So whenever I'm sitting here seeing on TV that Ukraine is doing this and Russia doing that, I don't give a fuck. I'm going to sit back here, mind my own black-owned business, okay? And all I can really do is sit there and eat my popcorn while the motherfucking fireworks, while the shit is hitting the fan and while the shit flies. Because at the end of the day, I feel like right now, the only thing I can do is try to separate myself from any of the fucking corporate fuckery. Because that's all it is. All of this is a fucking corporation thing. Literally, it is the equivalent to sitting there having a fucking phone company, literally having 5 different people from 5 different fucking phone companies sitting there asking who's going to buy each other out. That's literally the equivalent of it. That's the breakdown. That is the easiest way to sit there and explain it. Exact same shit, different fucking titles.
Well, I'll agree with you on that's part of the problem, and that's part of the reasons. But to be honest, I have my own theories too. But you know what? Mm-hmm. I think there's a lot more behind the curtain that we just don't know what really is going on. Let's be real and say, okay, we got this theory. This is part of the problem, but there's a lot more that's going on with this Ukraine-Russia war than we know about, and we can't even figure it out because it's beyond us even knowing because we don't have the information to know. So there's shit going on like these labs. What was in those labs? We think we know what was in them, and obviously they were very important to us. What were they planning to do? There were 25 biolabs there that have gotten destroyed. So there's another problem. So there's a lot more than just it's the money, yes, but there's how much corruption was going on in Ukraine prior to this war? That's where they were laundering money. There's the biggest probably child sex trafficking rings are in the Ukraine. So there's way more beyond that curve.
I got a couple questions. Okay, we have all this information. Who are we getting the information from?
We're getting the information from them because they're leaking it out on purpose. Because there's
No,
more
sir, we're not.
behind the curtain.
No, sir, we are not. We are not getting information from them. This is all the information that America has sat there and paid to sit there and put in your face, regardless of whether it is on TV, computer, social media, or whatnot. Because this, whenever it came to the Russian channel, they literally, and we used to sit there. We have people, we used to have sit. Let me slow down my thought process. Russia and America, around the time of Donald Trump, we had a connection there to where we were getting their news. We were seeing everything that they were seeing. It was almost like we were the best of fucking buddies with these people. Now, all of a sudden, any type of communication that we would have from them is over. But let me ask you this. Why would our communication with Russia stop if we ain't in the middle of the fuckery? If this is not about us, if this is about Russia and Ukraine, then why is it that the freaking Russian channels and shit that were showing us what is going on from the Russian viewpoint, why did that supposedly get cut off straight across?
But that's not what I'm saying. I'm agreeing with what you're saying.
Well,
what
no,
I'm
no,
saying is we're
I'm not
only getting the information that they want us to get.
But who is it that's putting it out that wants us to get it? That's what I'm saying. I'm saying that honestly,
American propaganda.
Exactly. I'm saying that it is America that's putting out all this shit,
Yes.
so you can have an emotional attachment to, and with an emotional attachment, because let's be honest, when it comes to the wonderful America that we got, ain't nobody healed. I mean, let me not say nobody. We're emotional fucking creatures, or not creatures, but we're emotional as country. We honestly are the equivalent to a little Billy bitch. Okay, you sit there and say the wrong thing. This country wants to get its pennies in a bunch, and then we all want to go over there because our feelings are hurt. So at the end of the day, literally, the people that are running America, and the people that are running England, they already know that literally this is how we are. They've been sitting there and indoctrinating us for motherfucking years, if not centuries, since they even sat there and tried to call themselves settling over here, man. So honestly, a lot of this shit that you're getting so you can feel a certain way, have an emotional outlash about a certain shit, so that you and your people and your kids and your grandkids will be more than willing to go and give their life for some shit that ain't got nothing to do with them. Think about like this: with every single war, with every war we've had plenty of deaths that we've sat there and lost, plenty of fathers, mothers that we've mourned, sisters and brothers, right? But then whenever you find out, and I'm just going to use Saddam Hussein for an example, because that's the closest one I can think of at the top of my head. Whenever they were sitting here looking for Saddam Hussein, and they sat there and told us there was weapons of mass destruction and all this other shit. And then they went over there, they found him, they killed him, but then nobody sit there and say about it. They wouldn't talk about it. You know, it was supposedly an elite group that went over there and did this shit, and it wasn't allowed to come out into the masses until much later. But did nobody find no fucking weapons, none of this shit? AKA, there was lies to sit there and try to do fear mongering, to sit there and make these people want to go out and sit there and try to find it, because now there is a threat on our safety. Come to find out, there was never a fucking threat. All these motherfuckers was chimmy chang chang. They was all best friends, going to the same motherfucking places, flying out, being welcome on each other's land and all this shit. There was, man, look, if they were any more comfortable, I would sit there and say them motherfuckers was gay. Okay? If they was any more fucking comfortable than they were in the motherfucking pictures.
Nobody's disagreeing with what you're saying. This is I gotta be honest with you. This is old news.
I'm not saying that anybody's disagreeing.
I talked about this a year ago. Where are the weapons? Where are the weapons of mass destruction? Where are they? Nowhere.
That was an example. That was an example. So honestly, it will make what I'm saying about the current thing a bit more understandable. And I'm not saying anybody's disagreeing. I'm just sitting there and stating what we can consider the obvious.
Yes.
Honestly,
about the unobvious? What about what you don't know? What about that part?
How can I speak on something that I don't know?
That's what I'm telling you. There's way more to this picture is a lot bigger than you think. There's way more at stake here.
Honestly, I think it's a lot simpler. I really do. I think it's a lot simpler. And I think that these people have been sitting there and doing the same thing for so long. It's easy for them. Sit there and make it emotional. Let the people sit there and literally run around with their like chickens with their heads chopped off. And then behind that, our only goal is to sit there and get resources. As far as all this other shit, we have been in truce or we have been befriending with all these other people to sit there and be able to get all this other knowledge so that whenever we need it to manipulate our people.
Yep.
That's exactly what the fuck they'll do. So whenever you're saying, what about this other stuff? How do we even know that it is other stuff? How do we know that this is not all propaganda that they're making out? And then they're sitting there and taking stories once again, because these people are skilled at causing fear. Okay, fear mongering, sitting there causing fear on a massive scale, even if it's just by word of mouth. Because I could easily sit there and say, all right, well, all this shit, who are the first people to sit there and know this shit, to, you know, be the whistleblowers, to sit there and get it out on TV, online, on social media, all this other shit. But somehow it manages to get here all the time into a grand scale. And with these motherfuckers being the fucking funding of all the fucking information, all the information, ain't no way in hell you gonna sit there and tell me that they ain't putting that shit out there to sit there and try to fit their fucking narrative. And they don't give a fuck what you do as long as you're willing to sit there and die or sit there and kill these motherfuckers so we can get what the fuck we want. That's all it is.
That's absolutely right. But it's about what else is going on. What do they want? Why are they there? Why is Putin there? Putin's there for a reason. Why did Putin invade Ukraine out of nowhere?
No, Putin's there because he don't want to sit there and change his shit to a fucking digital currency to where they can get duped at any fucking time, depending on who has the bigger, better hacker.
That's correct. Simple. Look what they tried to do with Putin with Swift.
Thank you. That shit is simple.
You know what Swift is, right?
It's almost like literally they sit there and they put this shit out there so people can make mountains out of molehills. And the bigger mountain that you make, the bigger your fear sits there and has your mind spiraling on all the worst case scenarios and has people overwhelmed, overstimulated, and you know, they don't know how to sit there and step away from that shit so they can actually think about the shit logically. They're only going by the information that they're overstimulated by seeing, so they see it so much they think the shit is real.
Well, picture's worth 1,000 words, right?
Sweetheart, these motherfuckers run the whole freaking entertainment industry. They make pictures for a fucking living. That's even right. The whole fucking Oscars was acting. You can sit there and say a picture is worth 1,000 words, but then how much is it worth whenever the motherfucker behind the camera is making the picture?
Well, what I'm telling you is they'll put a picture of like people dead on the ground that's not even real. And they'll show you they always show you like a kid, a pregnant lady. Don't you understand? They're making a movie.
Yes, they are doing that for manipulation purposes, to manipulate the emotions so that people will no longer think rationally. They will be so held on to their fucking emotions that they make sure they sit there and dope you the fuck up on fucking pharmaceuticals instead of giving you the fucking skills to be able to sit there and handle and deal with. So when you go over here like a fucking banshee, you are exactly like that because you have all this built up shit that you don't know what the fuck to do with, that now you're pretty much like a fucking loose cannon. They are literally making the perfect fucking mindless fucking drones. Nobody wants to be called a zombie, but if you look around, we're walking around with a whole lot of zombies that still ain't got no fucking brains.
So what's your solution? I have a solution.
Shit. My solution is honestly shit. Everything, for real, the main solution is everybody needs to sit there and have their own banking system that literally is only for their country. That means Britain needs to sit there and leave us the fuck alone. We need to leave other motherfuckers alone. It don't matter whether we want a kumbaya today or not or whatever the fuck. Every country, let me put it like this. Every house in the neighborhood needs to tend to their own fucking house. They need to tend to their own fucking family. What that means is every country needs to tend to their fucking country. And other people's on the other side need to sit there and stay out of it. If these motherfuckers don't want to sit there and give you interest so you can sit there and get rich for no fucking reason, then hey, that's what the fuck it is. Shit needs to go back to being reasonable, the way the actual founding fathers, regardless of how perverted these motherfuckers might have been. the actual founding fathers actually wanted the shit to be before these other motherfuckers ever went to have a private fucking conversation to sit there and try to figure out how to swindle the motherfucking US, which was also one of the laws that we had, common laws that they sat there and broke.
Well, we know this. I mean, this is like I'm telling you again. This has been out there for a long.
You don't like my solution?
What's your solution, though? Not a story, a solution.
I just said it.
We need to separate the country's monies.
Yes.
Well, that'll never happen until there's mass destruction, because these rich oligarchs will not give up their money and their power that easy. They will start wars like they're doing now.
Okay. Yes, this has been their tactic from day one. I didn't say the shit was going to be easy. You asked
I love it. You're right. It ain't going to be easy.
You asked what the solution was. At the end of the day, that is the solution.
I agree
now,
with that.
We understand that in that solution, somebody's going to have to lose their fucking comfortability. And it should not be the people that are willing to run out like fucking dodos, and no disrespect to anybody in the military, but to sit there and run out and sit there and try to fight and kill or be killed based off their emotions. So, and I'm not going to call them dodos. I do apologize for that. But
people in the military are just basically, they're there, and they're people, and they're following orders. And if you've ever been in the military, you would understand that that's what they're trained to do. Follow orders. Don't ask questions.
Exactly.
And they are the sacrificial lambs for the elites.
Exactly. And they even scan you to make sure that you don't ask questions.
Of course. Well, my solution is very simple. We arrest every congressman and every senator and every political hack in this whole country, and they're all guilty till they can prove they're innocent. There's no innocent till they're all guilty, all of them. Every Republican, all of them. The Senate, the Congress, we go in there and everybody goes to jail. Now you prove you're innocent. That's my solution.
Question with that.
Because they're all guilty. 99% of them, they all sit there. They're pointing the finger at Biden. Biden's the perfect fall guy for all this shit. No, Congress and Senate run the country, not President Biden.
Agreed. Actually, I'd say the Vatican runs the country, but that's neither here nor there. Here's the thing.
Well, we know that too. I mean,
right. Here's the thing. Okay, so if they get arrested and they go to prisons, who's going to keep them there?
What do you mean?
Well, honey, they're the ones that sit there and fund the police. They're the ones that funds the judges. Who's going to deem them guilty? The same judges that literally are sitting there and getting chump change and eating well off of their plate?
Not every judge is corrupt. There's plenty of judges out there.
I didn't say every judge was.
We got to start all over from scratch. We got to actually, we got to tear it all down and start all over. Thomas Jefferson,
I agree with.
Thomas Jefferson said every 20 years you should have a revolution and overthrow the government, because you got to keep them not corrupt, because that's how corrupt it gets.
You got to keep them honest. That's literally why we even had the fucking we the people. It is our job to keep the government honest. That's why we had the main laws that we had. And literally these motherfuckers have been tyrants. Well, at least since I've been alive, but I'm not that old.
Well, until millions of people gather around Washington, D.C., and I mean millions, not a couple of thousand, millions, gather around and demand that they be arrested and get it and surround the Pentagon too while we're at it, because we got to get rid of a lot of these military leaders that have been corrupted. Until that happens, nothing will ever get done.
Can I piggyback off
one way out of this thing? Revolution. I'm telling you.
I'm gonna piggyback off of that. I'm gonna say I don't think they should be arrested, but I think we should sit there and treat them like tyrants. You don't sit there and try to have a conversation with a tyrant. When the military comes in to sit there and get somebody that is accused of tyranny, the first thing they're doing is, honey, you might get arrested if you're lucky. They're sitting there tying you up like a fucking hog they are about to fucking cook, or that they about to rotisserie on the old-fashioned big-ass wheel, and they're going to sit there and put you somewhere. They're going to torture you until they sit there and get the right information, and then they might kill you. They might not. I think that's what the fuck we should do. We should sit there and treat tyrants like fucking tyrants instead of arresting them, because at the end of the day, the shit they're doing That shit is not based off of fucking citizenship. You know, whenever a citizen is wrong, they get arrested. Part of your arresting process is to sit there and be given due process. Fuck giving them due process. You're a fucking tyrant.
No, they're all guilty. They all get arrested. They get brought to Guantanamo Bay. And then they get put before a firing squad.
I like that.
Unless they prove they're innocent.
Look at you, Pops. You sitting here and talking sweet nothings in my ear. Look at you. Keep going.
You wanna see Pops on a rage? You gotta watch the show I made this morning. Then you'll understand where I'm coming from.
I mean, honestly, I think they should all be put in a fucking firing squad.
That's it. Now, tell us the truth or else. There you go. There's no more Mr. Nice Guy.
I don't want you to just tell me the truth. You need to sit there and show me financial proof. Because understand, these motherfuckers, look, this whole thing is a fucking corporation. That means you have documentation. That means you have proof. That means that you have a trail that can be followed. Fuck your words. I'm gonna need you to you have one chance to sit there and tell me some shit. And then it needs to match what the fuck I found. And if it don't match what the fuck I found, you're just getting shot at. We're not gonna have a conversation. Since you like all of our military to follow orders on some fuckery, cool. We gonna play the game of follow the military orders with your ass too. Except for you don't get a chance to fuck it up. I hope you're good at playing games. Y'all been playing games for years. Y'all should be pros at it.
We probably got about, if you added up all the real important people, between Senate, Congress, and CEOs of corporations and all these oligarchs, we probably got at least a list of 1,000 Judases, traitors, Benedict Arnolds, if you want to call them, whatever you want to call them. They exist and they all have to be accounted for. All of them.
I want to say
escape the wrath.
I want to say amongst the hundreds of thousands, well, the hundreds of thousands, because I also want to sit there. If we're going to do that, let's go ahead and add in all the pedophiles. Let's go ahead and add in all the other people that have been sitting there and having fucking families killed for no reason. Let's go ahead and add in all the people that are doing shit to people, especially children, knowingly. Let's go ahead and add all of them in there too.
I agree, but we start with the top 1,000, right? The real powerful, and then we work our way down. Then we go from them. We start going. Now we go after the media. Every journalist in this country that represents any of these networks should all be trialed as traitors because they're putting out false news. No fucking mercy. None. Zero mercy. You're a reporter. You wrote bullshit stories and you knew about it and you could have quit the job. Instead, you chose to write it for a paycheck. You're a fucking traitor. You go. And then after them, we start working our way down to other stuff. And pedophiles got to be right at the top of the list. But listen, that's a whole they get taken care of in jail anyway. So we really don't got to worry about them too much. All we got to do is arrest them and put them in jail and let the inmates take care of them. Okay? Because if you're a pedophile and you go to jail, you're done. We know that.
Here's the thing, but I ain't gonna lie, money also talks, and money talks a lot louder than anybody's freaking loyalties nowadays. But honestly, I feel you. I hear you.
This will never happen what we want.
Hold on, boss. Or hold on, Pops. I will say I disagree with one thing. I don't want to get the top first and work my way down because that gives too many people time to scatter. Have you ever sat there and seen roaches? You sit there and get one, and there's like 30 of them motherfuckers that scatter, and then you take forever to fucking find them bitches. Fuck all that.
No, you get the top, and then they'll give up the people underneath. See, sometimes you don't even know who's who. You got to get the top dogs to get them to give up the dogs underneath them. Whose leash they're holding. Well, you know the top dogs stand out, right?
But then
has got to go.
But then you're also dealing with the people who are going to lie, who are going to give false names, who are going to do all this because they're like, well, if I'm going to go, well, this motherfucker might as well go too.
They have a thing called truth serum. You know that shit really exists, right?
Yes, I do. And you know, people can still sit there and get out of that shit, right?
There's not too many of them, though. Do you think they're really trained to do that?
Some of them, yes.
You think Bill Gates is trained to do that? I don't
Oh,
think
I
so.
didn't say Bill Gates, little bitch ass.
Yeah,
didn't
well,
say
you got to
him.
get all these guys like him, Zuckerberg, all of them. They got to go. Twitter, that heroin addict there, whatever his name is from Twitter.
I don't even know who the fuck funded Twitter for real. For real. I heard one time and I was like, oh, well, honestly, I don't give a fuck.
Well, Elon Musk owns the majority percentage of it now. He owns like 10% of it.
Mm.
He's got to go too. Elon Musk is just playing the good guy. He's got to go. But this is what they're going to do to us anyway. If you really want to know how they're going to bring us down, it's very, very, very simple. We're going to go through all this bullshit first because they're draining us economically. And then they're just going to do one thing. Only one thing they got to do. And they're going to be in their underground bunkers, probably in their Elysium city above the earth. And they're going to just flip the switch. All you got to do is shut the power. Once we have no power, we're powerless. Chaos. Once we have no electric, you will see chaos in the streets. And they will not turn it back on. They're going to wait months before they let it come. And then they're going to turn it back on. And guess what that's going to be called? The Great Reset. That's what that is. They will shut our power, and they're going to they've already put the seeds in people's minds that they can knock out our whole grid with an EMF pulse. And what they do is they shoot a nuclear bomb about 3,000 miles above the United States, and they explode it up 3,000 miles. So nobody gets killed. It just ends up making an EMF wave that just knocks out everything. Cars, trucks, everything. So the only thing that probably won't get knocked out are planes. I think planes have EMF protection because of lightning. So they do have like EMF protection in them.
It's called a Faraday cage.
Yeah, so they have that in the plane. So planes won't fall out of the sky, but your car will be useless.
Well, honestly, any new age car, those people that still got their old schools, them motherfuckers will be running just fine.
Oh, yeah, if you got a car with a carburetor, you're good.
Here's the thing. I think what it is, and this is what they've been doing, because I remember you sat there and said, all they got to do is do this. Honestly, honey, they've been taking us out for years. It really ain't got nothing to do with them doing something physical.
They want to take us out.
Hear me out, Pops. They've been sitting there and trying to separate us and putting fear in the fucking minds and hearts of people. So initially what they expect is that, if they sit there and they scare people enough, then let's say hypothetically they did that. Because we could always say, if they sat there and did that, all right, people would have candles and, they would sit there and have cast iron skillets and shit like that. They still be able to cook. They still be able to eat. They still be able to maintain.
If people, what are you going to cook?
Huh?
What are you going to cook when there's no food to cook?
Yeah, I got you. Well, some of us sat there and we got a backup plan, but I'm not going to sit there and go into too much detail because, but
you're going to go hunting for deer. All the deer are going to get killed. All the fish are going to get plucked. There's going to be no food, let's say, in a year.
Let me finish, honey. At the end of the day, I'm going to sit there and say this. The main thing they have going for them is fear, because now whenever they go outside, you're going to sit there and have people that are so scared that they're going to be fighting each other left and right. It's literally going to be looking like the fucking Walking Dead.
Yep.
And that's what the fuck they're planning on. Because even in the Walking Dead, even if they had the power off, that wasn't the biggest threat. The threat was other people killing other people. The threat was the fact that these people's morals were not there anymore. And these people were doing whatever the fuck they wanted to do because there was nobody there to stop them.
But the way to get to that chaos is to flip the switch. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah, dude, they've been doing that shit now. What do you mean? They ain't sat there and flipped the switch whenever they got people freaking doing all this fucking not parading. What's the word? What's the word I'm looking for, babe? Rioting and all, this other shit, and then the whole fucking shit behind the fucking DC White House
all this shit.
Protesting.
Yeah, but that ain't enough to take the United States down. See, you got to take the country down. So
what
how
do you mean
take the U.S. down?
Hold on. What do you mean that's not enough? At
Not
the
enough.
end of the day, all they have to do is use a different tactic and sit there and say it was some other people or that it was a whole different some other type of form of fucking separatism here. And then the first thing they're gonna do is sit there and try to go for them people. And then it's gonna literally we're gonna kill each other from the inside out. What do you mean?
If they shut the power off, we'll be killing each other inside out for food. Let's not be misunderstood. It'll be
Oh, I'm not.
survival for the fittest.
Oh,
And
I'm not misunderstood at all.
all the people that think they got food supplies stocked, guess what? I'm coming to your house. You better have a gun. Because I ain't starving. I'm coming. Get ready. I'm coming with a crew. We're coming.
Pops, you gonna be going up that fucking driveway all confident and shit, like, oh yeah, I'm about to get
No,
this.
we're coming swatted. We're coming with a squad.
You and your boys, we could come in
And when
your
I
ass.
say me, I don't mean
we could come up on your ass like Shaka Zulu. You motherfuckers gonna be encircling your ass. You go like, oh, we didn't see the ambush.
no, but what I'm saying is I don't really mean me. I'm talking about people. We're coming. Like, yeah, it will be Mad Max. People will be coming to your house.
I mean just you. I meant in general.
Well, you think if there's no food and you think if there's no food, how about this? There's no power and you got a generator and at nighttime, you're one of the only houses with the lights on. What do you think is going to happen?
You know what? I've always
Somebody's going to
learned.
want your generator.
Pops, I always learned you can't do everything by yourself. You already build your community before it ever comes to that time.
Well, if you got a community that's ready to go to war with the rest of the planet, I want to be part of that community.
You can be part of it.
I'm coming down there. I'm coming to move next door to you.
Oh, you're more than welcome.
Yeah, because if there's a few little fortresses out there, I want to be part of one of those.
I'll tell you like this. We have a pastor that's already bought the land.
I love that guy.
Oh, we got more than one. We got a few people that already have land. They already are building houses. They already are sitting here and building up their generators and everything else. Yep.
So we're going to have like sniper towers and all kinds of shit, huh?
Exactly.
Yeah, but the pastor is actually building an actual community.
Yeah, you're doing like the Amish with weapons.
Well, no, there's going to be electricity and all of that, and it's going to be like held on a solar grid.
I got you, but I don't know how many people you got. But let's just, for argument's sake, say
it's going to be able to hold 24,000.
You got 24,000 people. I hope you got tanks.
No. I'm talking about the community he's building. Just that one community is going to be able to hold 24,000.
Yeah, well, you're going to need some tanks with it.
But see, what you do is from there you build other communities in close proximity. Even if you look way back at the Vikings, they had the proper ideal way back then.
Yep. The Indians actually had good ideals too.
Yep, because they had the same one.
Tribes, man. We're gonna have tribes, but are we gonna be? Are we ready to go to that extreme right now?
Yes, some of us are.
But how many people? How many people you think are ready to go to that extreme?
Well, at the end of the day, am I fucked up if I sit there and say it is not my responsibility to sit there and tend to all of them people because they've had all the warning signs that we had? If they choose to sit on their ass and not do nothing, then that's on them. And part of being an adult is being able to hold yourself accountable for your actions.
Right, but what I'm saying is, let's say 5% of the population's ready, like you guys, right? The other 95% is going to be killing each other, like I said.
Yep.
It's going to be Mad Max.
Stay the fuck out their way, stay where you at, and let them thin themselves out.
Right, but that's what they want. They want to thin out. Look, you can look at their plans. Their plan is to get the herd down to 500 million people. Much easier to control 500 million people than, what are we at? 6.5 billion, 7.5 billion? How many people we got right now on this planet?
Is it? Because if we're that 500,000 that rebelled, then at the end of the day, you gotta annihilate us too. So who's your slaves then? Your own fucking bloodline.
Yeah, we're at 7.9 billion people.
Right.
They want to get it down to 500 million. You know, whenever you take over a country, all right, like in Africa, anytime they go into Africa, they do mass genocide first. They make them kill whatever country they want. So now they thin the herd, they thin the population, then they go in and take it over. That's what they want to do. To take over the planet. These people, they're not thinking little. They're thinking big time. They want to take the whole planet. And when I say these people, you know exactly who they are, who I'm talking about.
Yep.
And I say they can have everything but the soil underneath my feet.
Oh, listen, I'll die for the soil underneath my feet. I get you. I'm not going nowhere. I'm ready to brawl. But not too many people are ready to do that.
And once again, at the end of the day, I'm not responsible for those people. My kids already know how to, they learn how to box and they know how to shoot.
But it ain't going to be a happy life. It ain't going to be as easy as you make it sound, because there's always going to be wolves outside the fence. And there'll be hyenas outside too sometimes. The hyenas are no problem. Let's put it this way. You guys are going to be the wolves inside the fence. Then you're going to have millions of hyenas out there, okay? And you're going to have to keep killing them. And they're going to be wolves show up one day. And when the wolves show up, if there's enough of them, you're going to have a rough time. And you're going to have to do things. And you're going to have to kill them.
That's why I said it's going to end up looking just like The Walking Dead.
Yeah. They didn't make that movie for no reason.
The walkers are not going to be dead people. And
Right.
that's one of the reasons why they sit there and they make it such a dramatic thing or a dramatic scene whenever one of the kids had to sit there and shoot a walker, because in their mind, they're still living people. Or whenever one of the people first had to sit there and shoot a walker, in their mind, it was still a person. You see what I'm saying? Like after a while, that part of your morality goes away.
We got probably billions of Walking Dead right now.
Exactly.
And we got a Nogs, and we got a Nar in the house, and we got Lot. Yeah.
Hello, guys.
Yeah.
But I sat there and told my kids earlier today, honey, zombies are real. They just aren't. They just don't look the way you think they look.
They're walking around with masks on. They're walking around with masks on their face, the zombies.
Exactly. They're walking around looking just as human as you and me, but baby, I promise you that they are zombies. And I sat there and I explained that to my kids.
You have to be a zombie because, look, I don't care who you are. Go Google online, is wearing a mask healthy? Just Google it. And you'll have your answer. But yet, you're an idiot and you'll still wear it when you go out, and you don't even have to wear it, but you still choose to wear it. So I don't know what to say. You got to be a zombie if the information's there telling you it's unhealthy for you, but yet you're still wearing it. And there's even more than just the mask, but how much more zombie do you have to be to prove you're a zombie? We have tons of zombies out there. I walk around, people are still wearing it. They don't even got to wear it. It's unhealthy, period. If you had to wear it because there was a true plague out there, that's a whole different story. Yeah.
You're right, Pops. But my dear, I gotta go.
All right.
I gotta put baby to bed.
Keep doing what you do.
Yes, sir, will do.
You keep doing it. You're doing a good job.
Thank you.
But when you do your shows, I want you to do some current event stuff, so I can help you. I seen your last show, but it was more like relationship stuff. I'm not into that.
Well, see, that's what all of my shows are, but
yeah, I mean, you gotta do a show about you, how you feel, like, because you got a lot to say. So do it.
Yes, I do.
Do it.
I'll try to do a show that's more about me.
Well, I want you to do me one favor.
What's up?
I want you, whenever you get a chance, to look at the show I did this morning. Listen to 10 minutes of it.
All right.
And tell me how funny it was.
Okay, I will.
That's all. That's all I need you to do for me, because I really listened to myself. I thought I was crazily hysterical.
Oh my goodness. Okay, I'll listen to it.
Yep. All right. See you
I
next
gotta go
time.
put baby to bed. Bye.
How many you got to tuck in? Woo. Not 8.
Shit, I gotta put the 2 little ones to bed, and then in an hour I gotta put the older ones to bed, and then in an hour after that, I gotta put the big ones to bed.
And then after that, you put you and your husband to bed.
Exactly.
There you go. How old is the little ones?
The little ones are 6 and 7.
Oh, okay. Perfect.
So, all right, I'll talk to you later, Pop.
Take care.
Bye.
Exile boy, I hope you got 4 or 5 jobs with all those kids. Yeah, but so anybody got any questions? Because I guess I got enough rage out of me today. If you want to laugh, though, you really, really, really want to laugh. I'm telling you, the show I made this morning was epic. I think it's my epic show. It's classic. Just totally, I'm just out of control. I'm just letting it all hang out right on the line, right there. Yeah, they sent some normal words now, Lop. Of course. Look, here's what they're gonna do soon. I don't know if it's next, but soon they're gonna be talking about pets. Okay, this is coming. That you should have to get rid of your dog because your dog is using too much of the carbon, producing too much carbon in the atmosphere, and you should actually give us your dog. You know, they want to kill all the dogs and cats. They want to kill all the pets. So they're going to not do it, but they're going to bring it up. And they're going to bring it up so you start talking about it. Just like we're talking about this bullshit bill they put that you're not allowed to say certain words. So they're just going to keep, tomorrow, there's going to be another fucking law that just popped out. And that's what they're going to do. Okay? So tomorrow, they'll pop up with another law, or maybe the day after tomorrow, there's going to be another fucking bill or another thing. And they just constantly want us distracted. Non-fucking stop. Do you just get that part? See, if you get that part, you'll understand where I'm coming from. It's constant. They're not going to let you be happy. They want you to be looking at shit that you shouldn't give a shit about, but now they want you to give a shit about it. Because in reality, who gives a shit about 90% of the shit they're telling us? I really don't give a shit. It's just that it's ridiculous that these people are still in power. See, I don't care what they say. I care about who's running shit. And we got demons running it now. We got evil people running shit. We got selfish people running shit. We got greedy people running shit. Okay? So pets will be hyped as canola virus vectors. Well, what they were trying to do too is they were trying to invent a disease that dogs could transmit to us. That's what I think that's what Fauci was working on with the fleas. But they couldn't get it done. You know? For some reason they just couldn't get the shit to transmit from a dog. I don't know why, but oh yeah, man, they'll inject them with shit. They'll put the whole population of them with it if they didn't do it already. You know? The good thing about a deer is I think a deer has 2 stomachs, so it filters out a lot of shit. I know a cow has 4 stomachs. I don't know if people know about that part. But anyway, anybody got any other questions? Because I think I will end this show. It was fun. I appreciate everybody showing up. I will be doing maybe tomorrow when I wake up, I'll do another rave. If I wake up and I'm pissed off again, I'll do another show. But if you do have time, listen to the show that I did this morning called It's All Bullshit. Very entertaining, if you ask me. And not because I made it. It's just because my other shows are real good. The ones I made, the Rise of Power and Evil. But I don't know if you've seen those. They're more like a History Channel type of thing. But the show I made this morning, I even think, Lop, man, I think if anybody's going to appreciate it, would be you. You will definitely appreciate that show, Lop. 100%. You actually, it's right up your alley. Lop helped me make this. I'll just put it on for you. This is the creator of this. Lop. Here it is.
For the win.
Okay, for the win. There you go.
Hey, here to tell ye that ye can't destroy our biblical Christological God, because our biblical Christological God is meta-ontophyologically ultimate and vice versa responses.
What the fuck are you talking about? Huh?
No, what the fuck are you? I'm not. We're talking about unchecked aggression.
Is the guy.
What the fuck are you
Walter? So what the fuck are you talking about?
What the fuck are you talking about?
You're talking about. So break it down in English. How's that sound?
Biblically, our meta-ontophyologically omnibenevolent, eternal, immutably ultimate, and ethereally actus purus biblical Christological God unequivocally is antecedently the stipulator, announcing the immunity of ter's sepulchral actualities to prima facie be humanely apprehensible.
I know you're just playing with
Responses?
me now, right? You're just playing with me, right? You're saying like 100 of these fancy words in one sentence. I have no. Let's put it this way: I've never booted anybody off my show, and you're probably the closest that's going to be. I don't understand what the fuck you're talking about, and I don't like to swear too often. But like, what are you talking about?
What the fuck are you even talking about? You know what? Get out. You're fired.
Biblically,
All right,
our
you know what?
biblical Christological
Talk
God.
English. I had enough of you. I had enough of you, man. I can't deal
Biblically,
with it.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
So there it is. Let me see if anybody's got anything else. I love this clip. Can you provide a link to the original? It's on my I think it's on my YouTube channel. Hold on, let me see if I got it up there. I think I do. I'll give it to you. Hold on. I think I have that clip on my channel. And Lop's the one who created that, just so everybody knows. And let's see if I could find it for you. And did I take it down? I don't know. I don't see. Let me see if it's there. Yeah, I'll have to put it back up. You know what? I'll put it back. I think it's on. I'll put it back up for you, and you could get the clip. It'll be on my channel. All right. Let's see. It's on Lop's channel if you want. And the spit laugh out loud. I want to mirror it repeatedly. Hey, Lop, do you know ever what happened to Alexio? I don't see Alexio no more.
Uncle Mom, you put it in the oven already?
Yeah, it's in there for a while.
How many minutes?
Don't worry, I'll tell you when it's done.
Okay, I go there. I want to go there with it.
I'm just talking to my sister. She's always hungry.
Hey, that's me. That's me, man. Alexia, he's still out there, but he doesn't post much on the servers.
No, I haven't seen him. Like, he used to come on my show all the time.
Oh yeah, he's been. I still talk to him, but not every day. But he's still around. He had some sickness. He told me, and but I was something with his stomach. But I think. Yeah, I don't know. I think he's just busy. I don't know, but he seems to be fine. I mean, he still, he still talks. He's just, he always trolling. You know him, right?
Yeah.
So,
What's this new thing you got? Dies Irie? What is it?
no, that's in Latin, and it means the day of wrath.
Oh, good. The day of
yeah.
wrath.
Yeah, the day
You
of
got the
wrath.
Grim Reaper coming down.
Yeah, it's just I'm kind of but this is actually a song from that album you liked from Bathory. That you remember that video I made, the Blood
Hey,
Fire
Lop,
Death,
did
the
you
Blood
see?
Fire Death, and one of the songs on the album is called DS Ra, and that it's pretty
Pretty
brutal.
good.
Yeah.
Lop, did you see my video this morning?
No, I actually commented that I missed it because I think I was sleeping because
It's right up your alley, man. It's so up your alley. You want to see me in rare form?
Yeah, man. I'm.
Oh, it is on my
It
channel.
sucks
Anyway.
that I missed it because
if you want to see me in rare
I was
form,
sleeping.
you watch. You ain't ever seen me. Like I actually let it all out. Like I let it all hang out.
Was it an open panel or
No,
just
it was just me
you
going
okay.
ballistic. It's
Well,
called,
I gotta watch it.
It's all bullshit. It has a bull on it.
Yeah. I saw no. I saw the notification. I just
I only tell you this because I watched it and I was cracking up.
Yeah, well, that's gotta be good. I'll definitely watch it.
And I don't laugh at myself. Like that's not me. Like I never really think I'm funny.
I do no, actually, like some of the streams I rewatch when, like, from 2 Liter J.
You could get a couple of memes out of this too. Like you can make a couple of memes out of this show.
Oh yeah, it would be. Yeah,
I send you the link's right there. Look, I put it in the chat. I'll put it in the chat.
I know the. I mean, I can go to your channel. It's visible there, but
if you know me, I've never told you to watch really watch a show. This is the one.
Yeah,
I wake up.
Maybe I can make some. Yeah, maybe I can make some like highlights from it and make or memes. Yeah, from
There's one part I put the camera on and I start screaming. I think you can make a meme out of that.
Okay, yeah, I'll definitely watch it.
You're gonna crack up, man. Yeah. I want to know your opinion. Like later, next time I see you or whatever, just tell me because I was actually listening to it. And I go, I'm fucking crazy.
Yeah, no, actually, I was gonna say we did a very long live stream on 2 Liter J, the Sacramento guy, Sacramento. Yeah. So we did a long live stream and it was so funny. I also rewatched that and I laughed out loud too. And I made a compilation. It's on my channel if you want to check it out. And it's like 17 minutes, but it's so funny. I took out the funniest parts and the podcast was 9 hours fucking long, man. And but I just took out the funniest parts and.
Well, you know who that kid's uncle
maybe
is, right?
you would not. You would find it funny because T-Mog was there. The Mind of Golf.
I'm gonna listen to it.
Okay.
But you know who that kid's uncle is, right?
Yeah, the call for an uprising.
Yeah, his uncle's awesome. He's like one of my most favorite.
But you know what?
My favorite guy on the internet, but I'm gonna put him in the top fucking 3.
Oh really? Yeah, I enjoy some of his stuff for sure.
I just love him because he's so like funny when he talks. He's like, yeah, this is all coincidence, right? Like he just gets into it.
Isn't he also of Italian descent?
I don't think he's Italian.
No?
No.
I think okay. But no, I was gonna say I watched one you were on my stream. There was a few weeks ago and 2 Liter J was there and he was 2 Liter was talking about his like he's like all this like Apache Mexican and he's Italian, Spanish, British, and you were like I think you're a clown and then 2 Liter J was like no you do and because you're a fool it made me laugh this like your like when you were talking to him and he was saying like you were saying like oh come on you white boy and then he was like but hold on Nick fucking
yeah
that's so funny man.
But anyway,
it's funny, man.
I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's that, and I will watch the It's All Bullshit video for
You watch the first 20 minutes, you won't shut it off because I'm actually in super rare form. But Lop, wait a minute, where is your channel?
Wait.
Your channel
I see
on my list. Hold on.
See
oh, there it is. I got it. So which video is it? Oh, the best of STM 11 hours.
Yeah. That's the one, and that's from the that's from the 9-hour live stream that was actually already deleted it or made it private. But before he deleted it, I took out the best parts and put it on, as that 17 minutes or so compilation of the funniest parts.
Yeah,
so.
Sometimes you're better off doing that. The one I did this morning, the first 40 minutes, I just go. It doesn't stop for the first 40 minutes.
You mean it's just like ranting and
it's just
raging,
raging and ranting and talking shit? Yeah, and I'm just in rare. I'm in super duper 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 rare fucking form.
But I hope it won't get taken down. Like you didn't say that. Like many.
No, I don't think it'll get taken down.
Okay, good.
I cursed enough in it, so I made it that you have to be 18 and over to go even on it, which is you have to do that.
Yeah, right. You have that's better thing to do. To age restrict it. If it has a lot of profanity, but yeah,
it had quite a bit, but yeah, it's me just fucking letting it all hang out, like just letting it go, man. Like just one day going, you know what?
I think anger is a gift. Like
just the hell with it, because I woke up. And I watched this one thing that pissed me off, and you'll see when you watch it. And it pissed me off so bad, I just went on YouTube and just raged. I didn't even care if anybody came on. I was just raging.
I'm just looking at it. You watch some Gateway? Is that some news video you watch? Or
hold on, what do you mean? The link I put there? Let me see if I put the right link for you.
No, I'm on the right video. It's all bull.
Yeah, it's a bull, right?
Yeah. And I'm on it, and it seems like you were watching some rapper video, or no?
Oh yeah, I started off talking about him, the guy that he worships the devil and shit. And
I know. Isn't it the guy, the Lil Nas?
Yeah, whatever he is.
Yeah. I know. Yeah, it's been I heard about it when it first came out. It was like trending on YouTube, and it was a crazy video.
Yeah, DJ Spin he liked it. He was on. He goes, "Yeah, I'm glad you did that show." It was like I was finally like being me. I was like, "Fuck this! I'm letting it all out right now. No bars hold. Just fuck everybody. I don't care. I'm fucking raging. I'm pissed off. I was just going crazy."
Yeah, because I just see it was 12 hours ago, and that I was still sleeping back then. That's why I wasn't there.
Yeah. It's just
I always try to catch your show.
I'm real fucking funny in it. I'm real crazy. So that's why I told you, because I know you will make memes.
Yeah, but you know what? Sometimes I watched that King Doc, or what's his name?
King Doc.
That guy is like, his fucking vocabulary is so funny, man. Sometimes too.
He's good sometimes. It's just
like the way he talks, like he always says, like these fraud ass motherfuckers. Like
he's funny. He just talks about the same shit too much.
I know, but like the way, like his vernacular, his just.
I love that guy.
Like his amazing swear words too, like dick suckers. He always says.
Oh yeah,
yeah. He's funny, but
he's funny. The only problem I got is a lot of times when I go on his show, it's just like a bunch of drama of the same subject.
But I was gonna say he has a lot of like drama and trolls in his like.
Yeah, but he don't give a shit. He'll just sit there and get email.
No, not he himself.
He gets a load on. He gets drunk and he hangs out.
Yeah, but see, that I know that. But see, what happened one time was I went to his chat and they were talking shit about me for I don't understand why. Because you know why? Because this other guy, Rabbit or whatever his name is, Tibar. Yeah, who cares? But this guy apparently joined my Discord server, and he said I'm a racist because I just quoted the N-word or whatever, and he calls me, and then and he's just, I don't know, that is just annoying, man.
Yeah,
and I thought he's not serious first, and then because I was telling him like it was just a joke or it's whatever, like why do you care? But he kept saying now you're showing your true colors or whatever. Like what the fuck are you talking about? This guy.
I don't apologize to people anymore. Like even if
I didn't.
Even if I've ever done something, you know what? You can't apologize.
because
it doesn't matter. They don't care if you apologize.
yeah,
They
the thing
still keep
is,
going.
yeah, that's actually one of the reasons I stopped
Never apologize. Fuck them.
going to King Dogs, because that one guy, I don't know, is
Well, I
annoying.
went on his show one day and like I don't know, it was like gang up on me day, like for no reason, and I was like, you know
Oh,
me,
yeah?
I can hold my own, right?
Yeah,
So I went off on the whole panel one at a time. I was nailing them, like sniping them from the boom, boom, boom. After I took them all out, I stood on a little while longer, took them all down, and just said, "See ya," and I bounced. And I never went back there after that because
okay. So when was that?
won't let nobody come on my show and let 8 guys gang up on you. Like, I would just stop it. Like, you have to control your show.
Yeah, that's for sure.
I'll let people talk and argue. Don't get me wrong, but I won't let a continuous gang up on Lop Day. Like, like I'm not gonna let them gang up on you.
Well, that happened to me.
If you did something
that happened to me
crazy,
once
I would just throw
on.
you off the show.
Yeah, but that happened to me once on Two Letter J. It was a long time ago, but they both messed with me, and I got pissed off. I got started screaming, and I mirrored this show too on my channel. But
well, if you're fighting with one guy, it's not a problem. But I'm not going to let 8 guys go off on you.
No, but I was really. No, it was only like 2 guys against me, but still, like they were making fun of me and stuff. But I was okay. But so I was screaming and
yeah, but that's
saying
okay.
shit. It's fine. Yeah.
I don't mind.
I'm cool with those guys now, but but back then it really pissed me off.
That day. Yeah. Hey, I could function under chaos. No, but I could function when the bullets are flying. Let's rock. I'm not going nowhere when the bullets are flying. I'm going to be shooting back. But some people can't handle the chaos.
I sure can, man. Like I have my moments where I need to take a break, from whatever is going on, but then I always come back.
Yeah, you do. I give you credit. But I'm staying away from the religious shit because I have my own beliefs. And I do believe in the Almighty, and
it's just
I'm not a devil worshiper. I love the Almighty God, and you know what? I try to obey as best I can, and I don't want to get into all the Bible dumpers and all their bullshit that they all think they're the next best thing. Because at the end of the day, they're not judging me.
Yeah, I wanted to stay away too. It's just I kind of like and have some respect for the mind of God, if you know that guy.
Yeah,
but
I'm not a big fan of his.
No?
He's not a bad guy, but I'm not a big fan.
No,
I just 144,000 appointed ones.
Yeah, but like I agree with him with many things, but he goes off with that. He always has to be the right one, and that
he's very
kind of
intelligent. Not stupid.
Arrogance,
Right,
a little bit arrogant, but he's very smart. Like I've never met probably anybody that knows that much about the scriptures.
Yeah, but his opinion of how he translates the scriptures isn't always correct. You understand? It's sometimes you can have the same scripture and 3 people can give you a different meaning.
Yeah, but that's
that guy Perry though is the one guy I don't like at all. That guy Perry? He's
I've been on his show too.
He's a demon, that guy.
Well,
no, he's a real demon.
I mean, I actually feel like he's not that bad.
Probably like him.
But yeah, I mean, no, I don't agree with everything he says, but I'm just saying. Yeah, of course, I don't agree with what he's saying, that we should forgive even the most evil motherfuckers like that. That's bullshit. But
here's my
some of the stuff makes sense, that you cannot keep all the fucking law. So you
can. It's impossible, but we know that. But here's the problem. That guy one day on his show says, "You want to know how much the old Jesus loves me?" He goes, "Honey, come here," and he makes his wife brings over a money pouch. And he opens it up, and he's got maybe 10,000 in there or something.
No, yeah, I saw that. I saw that video. Yeah,
starts fanning it, right? And I'm like,
No, but you told him
didn't Jesus say it'll be harder for a rich man to get into heaven than to get a camel through the eye of the needle?
But hold on, that guy is actually he's giving away money just to do a Bible study, and he's sending them the Bible. I don't think like he. I think like he's not a rich guy. He's probably I think he's really serious about. If you check his channel, he's always reading the Word of God, and
yeah, but
so
he was bragging that day. He was bragging about the money.
Yeah, that's
that's
not good.
That Jesus takes care of him, and that's not how.
But I mean, what he says is true. Some of what he says is true. Like you shouldn't judge other people, and don't be like. And what he's saying makes sense. Like like you are perfect.
An asshole, he would be okay.
You are born already perfect. Jesus made you perfect. Bullshit. Actually, I agree with that.
No, it ain't. Nobody's born perfect.
No, I mean we are with the ability to become perfect, though.
Absolutely.
Which I think that's
no man has ever walked on this planet that was perfect, except maybe Jesus.
But you said you deny him now, or Mike.
I never said I deny him.
Mike does, though, but I don't know.
Don't go through him. I go to the Almighty direct. I don't have.
No, but we were trying to explain to Mike, and he doesn't seem to get it that like Christ is what the Almighty would like. This is like our example, because the Almighty was never in a body interacting with people, but Christ was. So that is like our example. And so how is it idolatry? Mike saying it's idolatry. We don't like that is our example, because the way he acted, the way he spoke.
I don't disagree with my son on a lot of it, because a lot of it makes sense, and some of it I don't know. So I'm not going to sit there and bang up on Jesus because I don't know the answer. But what I can say is, the Old Testament came out, and then the New Testament came out, and I don't believe the Almighty God needed to update it, but some kind of freak in there said to me, well, we were programmed, and then he sent Jesus down here to reprogram us. Now, if you want to get into shit like that with me about programming and reprogramming, and I'm like, listen, the Almighty made us. He made us perfect the first time. He didn't have to send his son down here to reprogram us.
No, but hold on. Like he also changed in the Old Testament, like he shortened their lifespan. You know that, right? They used to live up to 900 years and more before the flood, and so then he said, they will live only up to 120.
Yes,
so I mean,
that's not in the New Testament.
But no, I'm saying he already changed like some aspects about humanity in the Old Testament. So why wouldn't he? Like, what makes you think that it all ended when, I don't know, like with the Old Testament prophets? Like, why would it not continue? You know what I'm saying?
I know, but the New Testament's kind of hard to see what's true, what's not true. When they got a hold of it, King James.
So is the Old Testament for me. Like it's hard to understand everything. Of course, we are not my ways are higher than your ways. It says in the Old Testament.
It's very simple to follow. It's basically do it my way or fuck you.
Well, no, I would say
the Old Testament tells people do it this way, and these are the laws, and obey them. And if you don't, I don't need you. It's basically
and the New Testament makes it more clear. Actually, I don't understand like your
what
reasoning with this. Jesus explains the law even like up to so that we can understand it better. Actually, I mean,
I don't know. I'm not into the Bible stuff, because to me the scriptures in general.
Fine, but don't just like, if you haven't studied the New Testament enough, then I would say like be open-minded about it at least. You know?
Forget about it even being open-minded. Here's my logic. My logic is this. I make it even simpler, because I believe all the books that we've read have all been corrupted, whether it be the Bible or history books or whatever, right? So,
yeah,
I believe this. Love thy father and try the best you can to obey as many commandments as you can obey that are possible. Like some of those commandments, you can't obey them because you would have to do things that are illegal and you would go to jail for it. So, you know, because it says like adultery, stone a woman to death. You can't do that.
No. We already talked about this,
Right,
and
so
it's
obey-
explained in New Testament again. The woman was caught in adultery, right?
Right.
And did they?
He who has not cast the first stone.
Yeah. So what is your issue then? I don't understand. Like, do you want to kill somebody who
I
fucked
don't.
another? You yourself have probably done some similar deed.
What I'm saying is you can't obey that commandment even if you wanted to, right?
What command? It's not a commandment. What are you talking about?
It was a law.
No, it wasn't.
No,
I mean, it's a law. No, look, it's a law that was for the transgressor, that he would who would commit adultery would be put to death, right? But that's up to God, not up to us.
So what I try to do, though,
He didn't tell you to kill some guy that you know.
But what's more simpler? Just trying to be the best person you can and love thy Father, the Almighty God, or getting into all this craziness? What's easier? Because
no, I mean,
if the Almighty God knows I love Him, right, with all my heart, and I do my best to be the best son I can be to Him, what else can I do?
No, yeah, I mean,
that's it. End the game. I don't need no book to tell me all this bullshit and start arguing with people about it.
Well, then, yeah, you know, I mean, I don't disagree with you. I just, for me personally, like the words.
I don't need
like some words from the Bible help me in my life. I'm just saying,
right. But I don't need the Bible to tell me I'm going to be forgiven for my sins or whatever. That's up to the Father. You have to repent.
No, I actually agree with that. Because I don't believe in that, the repentance thing, because that's actually what Perry it talks against too. Like, you gotta just sin and then you repent, repent,
no,
repeat.
But you have to repent from
that's
your heart.
nonsense.
I mean, you're gonna have to be judged, and you gotta be sorry. Like if you murdered somebody, I'm sure that you could actually have killed somebody and be forgiven if you really truly didn't mean to do it. But
yeah, I guess. But
I mean, I don't know if there's some sins that are irreversible, but what I'm saying is, let's say you committed adultery and you were really sorry for doing that. Down the road, you got older, you realized it was real bad, and you really were sorry for doing what you did. I think you'll be forgiven if it's in your heart.
No, I mean, if you from the Bible, we know that David, which was like one of God's chosen kings, and he did commit adultery and murder and other things, and he was like one of the most blessed of God. So God forgave him that sins, but he killed his son. So it has repercussions. Even though he was God's chosen, he was disciplined. So
let's face one thing, though. Let's come to one conclusion. None of us could understand the mind of the Almighty God. None of us. He's way too smart.
Mind of God.
He's way too smart. I mean, we're not even. I think we can be even way smarter than we are. I don't even think we don't use. What do we use the percentage of our brain? 3% of it or something?
Oh yeah, I always think about this. Like, if we use only, I think it's 5%. So if we only use like 5% of our brains, imagine if we could use, like, we would be like the Almighty, probably. All
right, let's say we could use 100% of our brain, right? Who made our brain? The Almighty. How big do you think his brain is? You follow what I'm saying? Like, he's even if we could use 100% of our brain, he probably blows that out of the water. Like,
no, but I actually think that if it was like activated in a sense that we could use really the 100% of our brain, we would be like the Almighty, I think. But
we'd be closer to the Almighty, but I still don't think we'd be him. It's like,
maybe
if we made robots, no matter how smart they are, they still couldn't do things that we could do.
That's true.
You can't put emotion in a robot. You can't do it.
You know, and that reminds me that a lot of these people, like you see on the news, they don't seem like humans. They seem like robots to me. You know what I'm saying? Like the fuck,
They are
like,
robots.
yeah, they are. Like I was telling you in the comments, like it made me so angry for some reason. I don't know why, because they muted the words that are like normal, like abusive is not a. Why did they mute and even put, you know, they put the, like when you say fuck and you put like the star in the middle. What the fuck are they doing with just words like violence and abusive? The normal word, but they censor it. Like it's retarded, right? Ridiculous.
I agree.
Yeah, it's just
Well, I try to keep
these
my
people
life
are.
simple with religion. You know, I don't want to get into religion because there's too many opinions. There's too many
Yeah.
people that know so much more than I know, and I'm not willing, but I just can't dive into that Bible. I've dived into it a few times. The word,
Yeah.
the blue Bible thing makes it a lot easier to understand.
The blue, you mean the with the
Blue letter Bible,
original languages? Yeah.
yeah, it helps a lot. But diving into that
Yeah.
Bible is like diving into a riddle.
Oh yeah, it's very, yeah, it's, I mean, look, man, like I've read it so many times that, you know, it can drive you crazy actually if you read it too
Yeah.
much. That's, you know, that's for sure.
But is
So
the Almighty going to judge you on you read the Bible, or is He going to judge you on your deeds of what you've done in your life?
exactly. No, it actually says, you know, he will judge you on your deeds, not on the, you know, the works, so to speak. So
Yeah, He knows what's in your heart.
yeah, exactly. So he doesn't, and also like one thing that people seem to forget is he judges you on your heart, not on your outward appearance. So that's why
Correct.
these people trying to claim, oh, we are the chosen ones because we are the tribe of Judah, whatever, right? God doesn't give a shit about that.
That's right. And those people will
Because
be
he judges the hearts, not like their ethnicities or
right.
ancestry or whatever, you know.
They will be considered hypocrites. Those people.
Exactly. Yeah, and this is why Timo, the mind of God guy, is wrong in this. Well, I mean, he's correct in some sense, but he's claiming that like God is an angry black man. Like, what is this nonsense? Like, God is above everything. He's not, like, why would he be one thing? And if he's like omnipresent, omnipotent, that's, why do you limit him to one like ethnicity? That's complete garbage. What he's saying.
So what does that mean? Gnostics? What does that mean? Do you know what
No,
it
it's Gnostics. Gnostics think the Almighty can't be understood at all. Yes, that's what I think that's what they believe. Because wait, no, I think he's misunderstanding that. It's agnostic is.
I understand what the Almighty's doing, a lot of it, but that Bible is like a riddle.
Gnosticism is more like actually that they try to understand the Almighty, but they have just different view than the, you know, than
There's
the
too many
Abrahamic religions.
There's too many views on religion. That's the problem.
Yeah.
And then, you know, we got to go into another category with religion. Now, you know, you're a Christian, okay? You believe in Jesus and all that, and that's great. I'm with you.
I don't
that.
like, you know, these
But
like
do you
categories.
believe that because you don't believe in the Son of God? Now, I see here, somebody said if you don't acknowledge, true love for the Father is accepting His Son that He sent. Yahushua.
Rebel said that.
Right. So I get what Rebel's saying, but here's the deal. So what is he going to do with the 1.5 billion Muslims? Is he going to destroy them because they accept
no.
Well,
because,
no, here's my question to Rebel. Is he going to destroy the 1.5 billion Muslims because they believe in Jesus is a prophet, not his son? So this is the question that I
yeah, actually, here's the thing. I haven't read the Quran, but many, you know, some people have told me that like Christ is the first, like the second most important prophet, like after
what
Allah.
happened
Like,
to the multiple accounts of Christ resurrecting, Pops? Well, I don't know what you mean. I know there's Bible detectives that there's over 500 people that claim they seen they seen Christ resurrected. It ain't like a fairy tale. There's 500 different accounts. So I don't know what you're saying. So Rebel, I'm a little confused with you.
Maybe if Rebel could come up, we can talk about him more. He knows
Rebel
quite a lot. I think. Yeah.
Super knowledgeable. I don't get what he's saying because I'm confused now.
If you have time, maybe
Rebel, are you saying that I ain't claiming
for a while?
I don't know what you're saying. I'm confused. All I'm saying is the Bible's a riddle. That's all I'm telling you. There's a lot.
Yeah, I mean, you have so many. Yeah, in the Old Testament, you have so many like
the English vocabulary in it is just y'all, thy, shall, though, thee.
No, that's easy, bro.
No, but what I'm saying is
all that. It's just old. The King James old English. No, it's not even old English. That's modern English already.
We got
Panoid. It's easy to understand. I read it when I was 17.
Tommy, what is
Nobody cares what you motherfucking read when you was 17. Jesus Christ.
What is this Panoid thing?
What's up, Tom?
Tommy, where did you get this name, Pinoid? What does that mean?
Man, listen, all right. When I was a kid, I got really, really high, and I hid from an air conditioner one time. All right. And like ever after that, everybody called me Tom Pinoid because I was paranoid as fuck.
Oh, paranoid. Okay, that's what that means. I got it. I never asked you for some reason.
Oh wow, that's amazing. I mean,
like that was a name that was given to me by a bunch of dudes I used to run around with because I'd get real high and I'd be paranoid about every motherfucker.
Well, you shouldn't smoke weed then.
So Rebel is going, I don't know. The judge of people is salvation, but if you're a Muslim or any other religion, your chance low. So here's my answer to you, Rebel, and I get it, but here's my question. So I'm a Muslim, and I could have been a very rich man in my country, say Saudi Arabia. I'm a doctor, and I could have been a millionaire. But instead, I went to Africa, and I lived in a hut, and I helped thousands of children and people that were getting sick, and I helped them, and I sacrificed my whole life to help mankind. But I'm a Muslim. But now you're a Christian, and you believe in Jesus and all that, and you're just an average American that went through life and died, right? You didn't do anything great, and you didn't do anything bad. Who do you think the Almighty is gonna judge? You think he's gonna tell you you're okay, and that Muslim that did all them good deeds is not okay? See, there's my question.
He is, and this is actually explained in the New Testament. But
I think you're going to be judged on your deeds more than anything.
Yes, that's true.
Now, if you were worshiping a false idol, that's different. Now, the Muslims, they're worshiping Allah, the Almighty God, one God. Now, they're not acknowledging Jesus, but I can't be the one to judge them and tell them because you're not acknowledging Jesus, you're going to be condemned. I am not the judge. The Almighty God is the judge.
And did you know that in Arabic, actually, Allah, if you are put it upside down, it means Yahweh. Yeah. So like the God of the earth. So it's just the same thing, but reverse. So it's kind of interesting in Arabic.
Why it's reversed.
Or in Hebrew, actually, if you write Allah in Hebrew, it's and put it upside down, it looks exactly like Yahweh in Hebrew. You can't
go to heaven by your good works. Well, I'm not only saying good works. If you love the Father, the Almighty God, you love Him, and you do good works, how is it you're not going to be able to? First of all, I don't even believe in okay, let's just say heaven. Let's call it the word heaven.
Didn't it say that like we are all God's
the
children?
Almighty God and does good works is not going to go to
Your mic
heaven?
is a bit choppy, Tom.
Tom, you're
doesn't it say we are all God's children? Ain't that what it said?
It says ye are all children of the living God.
Jesus never condemned the Muslim, did he?
No.
He never condemned anyone.
Well, Muslims didn't exist until Muslims didn't exist until like 800 years after Christ was dead.
I respect a person that studies religion that says I don't really have the answer for that. Than somebody that thinks they know. Like you're gonna sit here and tell me that you're not gonna go to heaven. How do you know? You can't judge. You're not.
Yeah, exactly. And that was in New Testament. Christ said that, you shouldn't judge. Judge not
alone.
And
I
in
don't
what
agree
judgment
with that,
you judge
Crazy.
other people, the same judgment you will be fucking
Now
judged.
I agree with Crazy saying you can't by good. So if you're doing good works, but you don't believe in the Almighty God, and you're like a Scientology guy or something, you probably won't go to heaven because you believed in the false god or you worship a false god. But I can't make that decision. I'm not the judge.
I don't even think that's true. I don't think that's true.
Well, I don't know, and I'm not going to say I know it's true and not true. See, there's the difference. If I don't know something, I just don't have to. I don't have to give my opinion. Well, I can give my opinion, but I don't really know the answer. Like, remember one day, Tommy, you said to me, and it made perfect sense to me. You said remember when Jesus says, "I'll give the coin, give Caesar a coin, what Caesar gives to you," and me and you both even said it. I was like, the Romans put that shit in there. They want to collect their taxes. I think the Romans put some shit into the book. Like, let's give Caesar what is due to Caesar. Like,
I think Tom has some technical difficulties.
They want their tax money. So did you hear what I said, Tom? I says, so remember when Jesus says, yeah, give on to Caesar what Caesar wants, the coin? And me and you both said, yeah, the Romans put that in there to collect their taxes.
The render unto Caesar that which be Caesar's.
I believe the Romans put that shit in there. I swear they do.
Yeah, it's kind of funny, that verse, though. Render unto Caesar.
Yeah, like,
the
come on,
things
man.
which
The
be
Romans
Caesar's.
were like, yo, let's put something in this book so we can get our taxes.
Yeah, man. It's a fucking scam.
Like I called out a pastor for like trying to read that in motherfucking church.
Oh, so Rebel wants to know why you can't have a normal mic. Let me tell you, because Tommy's on the road, and
he's a trucker.
I don't know if do you got a good phone? I would imagine you do.
Yeah, I have a really decent phone, man.
Why don't you buy a mic that connects to? You know, they have a microphone that connects to your phone.
Yo, I don't think it's the microphone, bro. I think it's like I think it's like the program, because I'm not sure whether it's like this bitch is like picking up my headphones or the speaker. I don't know which one it is. Like I'm not absolutely positive.
Well, what you should buy is the headphones. Connect to your phone. There's a little microphone that you can connect to your phone. So when you're talking on the show and you're driving your truck, we'll be able to hear you better, because it is mad annoying when you break.
And my sound is good, Bob's, or not?
Your sound is decent.
Mine?
Yeah, it's when you put your mic too close to your mouth, you break up.
And now it's better?
Yeah, much better.
Tommy's I tend to do that.
Tommy's is a little better, but I think he needs to buy that mic. I think I'm gonna have to buy you that for Christmas.
I don't know, man. I might have to buy like a blue, like a motherfucking like a blue parrot joint. Right. I mean, but like the bitch is like you can't listen to like YouTube and music on a blue parrot, but it has like a really amazing motherfucking microphone and shit. You know what I mean?
Get like a headset with a mic that Bluetooths to your phone. Yeah. You could be driving and shit and talking to people.
Yo, because you can't listen, because it only has like, all right, well, all of them only have one fucking like headphone.
Oh,
right?
You can't be listening to music and talking to us at the same time?
I know, I can't. Like, you have to switch back and forth.
But why would you want to listen to music when you're on a show? You ain't that a distraction?
No. I mean, like, literally, like, it motherfucking, whatchamacallit, it, like, what happens is like, so if I'm going down the road and I'm not on a show, I have to switch off to, like, fucking, like, I have to have two different fucking joints going at any time.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? Like, one Bluetooth when I'm coming to talk to you, or I'm on Discord, and then one, like, regular motherfucking microphone, or one set of headphones for, like, listen to podcasts or audiobooks or whatever the fuck it is.
That just connects to your phone. It's a mic.
Yeah, again, we get back to how often am I on your show? Because, like, the reason why
this shit shows. What's the difference?
No, but it's fucking annoying though.
A mic costs $20. What do you give a shit about $20?
No, like, yo, what I'm saying is like, yo, I'm on this show every once in a while, and no, I'm only on your show.
Oh,
right? Okay, everybody else's show I go on, like, yo, they're on Discord and it fucking works.
I got
like,
you.
For some reason, StreamYard doesn't work well.
Oh, so your
phone
it's
the opposite. Like, Discord never works for me. But anyway,
Discord works just fine. Like I sat and had like a 5-hour conversation today, a deep, in-depth conversation about shit. You know what I mean? Like economics and policy.
While
and
you're
like,
driving?
but I
yeah.
laptop, so it's different.
That's weird.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of the goddamn point, right? You know what I mean?
Well,
it's like literally like
you're
this
the
is
dinosaur,
the
that's all.
nah, like because my other phones they worked okay-ish, but StreamYards has like a shitty mobile setup.
Yeah, that's probably what it is. StreamYard don't got a good mobile setup.
It's
right.
It's better from computer than on phone.
Yeah, 100%. It is 1,000 times better from a fucking computer.
Yeah.
Like legit. Like fucking StreamYards is at its best on a goddamn computer.
But you're
with a
always
real
on the road,
microphone.
so
Yeah,
obviously
like
you cannot carry a laptop or whatever.
Yeah. Right. You know what I mean? Like my good microphone I have at the house.
right
Like
back.
you heard me. Go ahead. Like y'all have heard me on my motherfucking mic at the crib, my Blue Yeti and shit. You know what I mean? My proper setup with all the audio profiles set up properly. It works just fine. It's just on the road, this shit is garbage.
And also on the road, you can have bad reception, like bad signal there, so that could be an issue too.
Yeah, like it drops up and down and shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Sometimes
Like
when you do like if you do live stream, in the middle of the nowhere somewhere, it will be like, yeah, it will not even be working sometimes.
Yeah. And that's kind of where it's at. You know what I mean? So like, you know, it's either A, I buy a $200 motherfucking headset from the truck stop and shit, in which I'll be able to talk on Discord and it's just fine. But like, if I want to listen to my shit and chill, because y'all aren't always on. You know what I mean? Like, you know, like if you're on Discord, like bro, like all day we can do this shit.
Tom, I listen to your shows all the time. You always sound clear.
Because I use my microphone on my laptop.
Uh-huh.
Are you on Mike's Discord?
Yeah.
Yep.
I haven't seen you online lately.
Nobody's in there talking.
Tommy's been
Yeah, that's true. It's dead there, kind of. No.
Like, what, you want me just to go sitting there and be like, hey, man,
well,
you know,
my
like,
son
I'm just going to
started
wait
throwing everybody
Hey, you miss arguing with Alexio, Tom, huh?
Yeah, there's nobody to talk to in them bitches, right? Like, all these political servers are dead.
Hey, but you missed Fight Night. Primal Man just did a Fight Night yesterday. You missed that, man.
No, look, seriously, I don't care about Primal Man and fucking what the fuck, Gonzo. Like,
I like Primal Man shows, but Primal Man, you don't know which show is going to be where he's going to let people on and which show he's not. So I don't like.
But he's going back.
He
He came back, bro.
You know,
not just that, like, yo,
not letting nobody on. At least be interesting.
He took a break, but now it looks like he's gonna do it regularly.
They talk about the same that 70 AD thing threw me out of whack. I couldn't deal with it anymore.
Yo, Gonzo's a fuckhead too. You know what I mean? That's the other half of that.
Hey, Gonzo just released a rap song, and it's I hate rap, so
He made a rap.
I like rap.
Yeah, it was kind of the intro was funny though. Yeah, well, I don't like rap, so I don't like it. But the intro was funny because he put there Biden saying forgive me, Father, for I'm about to sin, or so it was kind of funny. Yeah, it's on his Gonzo School channel.
Well,
yeah, like, you know what I mean? Like, I can't stand, like, listening to Gonzo because I just want to, like, kick him in the fucking dick every time he talks. You know what I mean?
Man, you guys be hating on Gonzo.
Because he's garbage. Because he's, like, literally the problem with America as a whole, right? It's like, yo.
He's destroying America!
Like, yo, he is the entirety of the white Anglo-Saxon Protestant issue. Like, he's the problem with Western society.
Okay. Only him?
What do you mean?
Like, yo, he doesn't want to fuck his wife. He motherfucking doesn't want to have no kids. Right? Like,
I don't want to fuck my wife either. I'm bored of sex.
Yo, I feel you, right? But that's a different thing than, like, not having it at all, right?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I'm 57. I'm still horny as a skunk.
Me too. Me too. But I don't know.
I'm married. I gotta break that thing at least 3-4 times a week.
Bust a nut.
If not every day, man. I mean, I'm 57. When I was in my 30s and 40s, every night, man.
Yeah. I'm
Like I'm
33.
pushing 40. I'm pushing 40, and my dick still
Where
makes
the
bad
rabbit is
decisions.
here.
Right?
No, that's Mike, not Rabbit, like
Yeah.
from King Doc.
No, I said where the rabbit is here.
But it's your
But
son.
like, nah. I'm saying like, yo, I'm 40, and my dick
Come
still
on,
makes
rabbit
bad
hole.
decisions.
Your boys are on here right now. You got Lop and Tommy. What more do you need?
But Mike should come on. We can talk about heavy metal music.
Fuck heavy metal. I like
Yeah,
some
fuck
heavy metal, but not all of it.
No,
I do
you like
some
all.
heavy metal.
I heard you say that once.
I do like some of it.
Most of it, you said, right?
No, I
No,
would
like
say
the old
I
school. No,
love
you told
about.
me
I
you like the old
heavy
school,
metal. I would
which
say
I agree
like
with you, because all these
50%.
people on the other Discord channels, they are like listening to all the modern shit. Like it's so lame. I
Yeah,
like mostly only the old school. Really, like the new stuff is pretty lame.
I like 50% of heavy metal.
That's fair. You know,
Yep.
that's fair. Me probably too, because of the modern shit. Most of it
You
is
going to bed?
garbage. So yeah.
Then if you're going to bed, that's good. Let me know. All right, good. Well, if I would have knew, that would have been no problem. All right.
What time is it in
12 o'clock.
No, here's 6 a.m.
Yeah.
But I sleep during the day, so that's good.
Yeah. I didn't even know it was this late. I'm gonna actually bounce. So I'm gonna cut this because I've been on for 3 hours anyway.
Yeah, okay.
Yo, we should take this bitch to Discord.
Yeah. Well, somebody else can make. Somebody else
Pops
can make
is
a channel.
tired.
Yeah, I'm on all day. All right. So thank you everybody, and may the Almighty bless you and your family.
Thanks, Pops, and I'll check your stream that you shared.
No problem. How about you, Tom? Anything you want to say before you go? I guess not. All right, everyone. And,
All right.
thank you for tuning in. Pops out.